first. And I am very much looking forward to both games. Nervous for the England game, but also excited. I think that they can do it. I suppose the nerves come from the fact that we haven't really had any kind of upset. There's not been an upset yet. And I am expecting an upset at some point. So I suppose that's where my nerves come from. But yeah, I hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is recovered from last night. My voice is still a little bit off, but I suppose that is to be understood. That is to be, kind of, I think people would understand as to why that's happened. But yeah, I'm going to battle my way through today. And as I said, very much looking forward to the England game. Big shout out to everyone in the chat then. So Harith, hello, I hope you are well, says hi days. Hello. Let's see if we can find, you know what I like to do. I always like to have a look and have a quick read about some of these teams. So what we can do is, I mean, we've been watching quite a bit of France and Poland, but it'd be good to have a look at Poland. Let's have a click on Poland, see what information we can find on them. So Poland have got firepower in Lewandowski. He is one of the best strikers in the world, with other players capable of scoring as well. Their weaknesses are in defence. This has been lost since Euro 2016. Poland can concede goals. So Euro 2016, they were quite defensively strong, but that's not really the case anymore. They do have goals in them, but defensively, they are just not the strongest. So the plan is their boss was in joyful mood when speaking to journalists around the announcement of his World Cup squads. The main goal at the World Cup, we joked that we would be appreciative to spread Barbarocca. What? In Qatar. That is our goal, meaning we get out of the group. Okay, so they want to get out of the group. That is something Poland have not done since Mexico 86. Well, they've achieved that now. So this is already a big achievement for Poland to get out of the group. Usually there is a lot of discussion about learning from past failures, but this time the general consensus amongst the public is that they want to see it. They don't want words. They want to see it, and they did see it. They did get out the group, and the reward is a game against France. It's very hard to predict how far this team can go, but the Nations League offers a few clues. Poland were not good enough to beat the Netherlands or Belgium, but were too strong for a rather mediocre Wales side. All of those teams have qualified for the World Cup. So not expecting miracles today. I think France will be the team that go through, but if Poland play like an inspired game, can stay defensively strong, can frustrate the French, and we know the French can get frustrated, maybe there is a flicker of hope that there could be an upset here. That would be fantastic for England, of course. If England didn't have to worry about France in the next round and it was Poland instead, that would be fantastic. Obviously, England need to get through their game, but yeah, this would be pretty sweet if Poland could cause the upset. 'Cause you tend to get an upset. We didn't get one yesterday. Obviously, we saw both Netherlands and Argentina progressing, but it would be pretty sweet if one would arrive today and it wouldn't be in the England game. So, yes, I am very excited for this match. Aubrey Edwards said, I've got France progressing as well. Good afternoon, days. Easy day, 4-1 France, 2-0 England, says Pricey. England is the game. Go England. Do it for the USA. Cheering on my friends. Aubrey Edwards, shout out to you. Bunker said, I think there will be an upset. I'm sure there will be an upset at this round of 16 stage. We didn't get it yesterday. Will we get it today? I mean, this is where my nerves are starting to come from. I think England are good enough to get past Senegal. I don't have a concern about if ability or matching up player for player. My concern comes in the form of I'm pretty sure there will be an upset. I'm pretty sure there will be an upset, and it hasn't shown itself yet. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be England that fall to Senegal, of course. Is it true that Mbappe is a Rashford wannabe? It's very true, yeah. A lot of people are saying that. It's being picked up by a lot of newspapers, a lot of journalists. I read even Mbappe's parents are saying that to him as well, which bit cruel, but I think it's fair. I think that he needs to be told that he is basically, if you boil it all down, do a few maths, he is just a Rashford wannabe. And Marcus Rashford is lighting up this World Cup, and he's not even playing that many minutes. There was a table that showed the leading goal scorers and how many minutes they'd played. And it was like Mbappe has scored 3, he's played 200 and something minutes. And then there was like Gakpo scored 3, he's played 200 and something minutes. And then it was Rashford scored 3, played 120 minutes or something like this. Like there's levels to this game, guys. There's levels to this game. And I'm afraid that Mbappe just can't get to Rashford's level at the moment. So very exciting to see if Rashford can add to his tally today. I really hope he could. It'd be great if Rashford starts, adds to his goals. Because we said once you get to 6, you're pretty much there. So it's really a race to 6 by the looks of it. Obviously, that's not an exact science. But going back in previous tournaments, if you have a look and see who's won the Golden Boot, how many goals they've scored, it seems to be about 6 that can secure the Golden Boot for you. Robert said Brazil attacks France and costs them the match. Harif said, what's wrong with Mbappe doing well? He does well. Brazil attacks France and costs them the match. I'm upset about Switzerland beating Portugal. I have the upset being Switzerland beating Portugal. Do you know what? I do as well, actually. I did also have to confess, had USA beaten the Netherlands, I did genuinely think the USA could get that done. And they played well as well. So disappointing. They played well. I mean, they had the better XG. The stats are all in their favor. They just did not take their chances. They had chances, but they just did not take their chances. So very disappointing, but it is what it is. And, the Netherlands move on, and they're now going to go on to face Argentina. So even if United States had gone through, I would not have had them beating Argentina. But Netherlands, Argentina, that's a pretty tasty quarterfinal game, in all fairness. It's a pretty tasty quarterfinal. So looking forward to that. And of course, today we find out the other quarterfinal. Is it going to be England, France, like people expect? Is it going to be Senegal, France? Is it going to be Senegal, Poland? What if it's Senegal, Poland? I don't think anyone's even spoken about the fact it could be Senegal versus Poland in the next round. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. Seb said, sorry I couldn't join for UFC last night, but oh my God, Thompson Holland was crazy. It was great, wasn't it? It was great. I must admit, by the time I got to, I would say, the co-main event, I think it was probably the co-main event. Once I got to the co-main event, I was struggling then. I was struggling. I was starting to, really feel it because we had done, we'd done 6 hours of football streams. We did hour and a half for the boxing. So there was 7.5 hours. So by the time we got to the co-main event, it's probably about 6 hours into the UFC stream. So, I mean, we'd smashed past 12 hours yesterday. 12 hours streaming, absolutely smashed that yesterday. We were knocking on that door easily by the co-main. So, I was proper not feeling the freshest. And my voice as well, as you can hear, the effects of that. So it was becoming a bit of a fight towards the end of those streams to make sure that we're still doing what we need to do. But and then what we got this absolute banger of a main event that just wasn't ending, and it was just full of action. I mean, there was one point I was sitting there, I was having to try and hold my chest to try and get the words out and try and deliver what was happening. Yeah, I've definitely felt better, but it was amazing. It was amazing. It was. I said last night, I think that could be the best fight night fight of the year. It'd be interesting to try and go back and remember all the things that happened on fight nights, what happened on pay-per-views, and see if that is true. But the commentators were saying that it was a fight of the year contender. I mean, you could drop it in the conversation, but it's not. It's nowhere near my fight of the year. But it is amazing. It is amazing. And it could be my fight night fight of the year. So, yeah, that main event last night. It's just a bit of a shame how it ended in between rounds. Just a little bit of a shame how it ended that way. But, yeah, I mean, brilliant. Just brilliant. Banger after banger after banger, said Harith. Dortnight said, I'm thinking it was about 16 hours, 17 hours. I genuinely don't know. I haven't added it up. I don't know if we quite got to those. Don't know if we quite got to those numbers in the end, but who cares? I mean, I mean, I remember doing like 12-hour streams for the Olympics. So really, once we start going over that, we're starting to get past Olympic streams. Then I knew that yesterday was going to be a hell of a day. I have every day planned, so that I know when I need to go to bed, when I need to wake up, what streams I'm doing, when I need to do research, when I need to do thumbnails. Like, there's so much going on at the moment that I have to have it planned out like that. And so that was one that was looming. That was one that I could see coming a mile away, was yesterday, with like all these different things. So, yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was a long day, but it was fun. Next Saturday's pretty moody as well, in all fairness, because we've got 2 World Cup quarterfinals. And then once they're done, we go into UFC 282. So UFC 282 could absolutely go 7 hours, easy. And then, like, 6 hours of football as well. So we could be looking at about 13 hours next Saturday. So that's the next one, really. But we'll worry about that in the distance. I need to do thumbnails and everything for that. I need to do all like that stuff tonight, because I'm not going to get much chance, unfortunately, before things start getting crazy again. There is a nice couple of days coming up, though. I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, maybe, where there is no World Cup. So it's weird that we've had to wait so long for like a couple of days without the World Cup, but there are a couple of days coming up where there is no World Cup. I'll be lost. I won't know what to do. But yeah, it's going to be, I think Thursday, Friday, that is. I think I'm right in saying that. By logic, Griezmann looks up to Jack Grealish, says Rotem. Yeah, a lot of people say that, Rotem. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that Griezmann is a poor man's Jack Grealish. Jilly, shout out to you. I hope you are well. Dortnight said, has anyone put Rabiot in France for their dream team? He always looks dangerous to me. I had him in the group stages. He did fairly well. I took him out, and I'm instantly regretting that. But yeah, I took him out, and I've gone with a few other players instead that I think could maybe. You see, the thing is, France have got goal scorers everywhere, and they've got people that can assist. I mean, I think Dembele's been looking really good. Obviously, Mbappe, Griezmann. They've just got. I mean, you look around their team; they've got goals everywhere. But it is true, Rabiot has been looking very tasty in the tournament, and he did get me some points in the group stages. But I've gambled and I've actually took him out. He might end up coming back in. Who knows? Statisap gaming. Statisap. Don't even know how you say that. STY Sap Gaming. Shout out to you. Sainty Gaming. Sainty. ST is Saint, isn't it? Saint Petersburg, for example. Sainty Sap Gaming. Shout out to you. Might not be your name, but yeah, hope you're well. What is England's lineup? Haven't seen it. I've seen rumours, but haven't seen the official lineup. I don't know that it's out yet. Edward, shout out to you. I hope you are well. Both of today's games are going to go to extra time and penalties. There will be an upset today. Believe that. Dun dun. It makes me think of Roman Reigns. Dun. It's Wednesday and Thursday, says Pricey. Wednesday, Thursday off them. Wednesday, Thursday. And then we're back for Friday. Come on down, it's Friday. World Cup in, yeah. World Cup in, yeah. Have you still got Eva Marie figures, says Rohan. Yes, well, I think I got rid of one. I've got one on my shelf. I've got one on my shelf. I don't know. I can't remember where it came from. I certainly don't remember buying it, but I do have one. I don't think France will lose to Poland. They've been lucky to get there. They were poor in the group stages, says Hasib. Edward said, I'm good. What about you? I'm doing all right. Probably could have done with a little longer in bed, to be honest. Could have done with just that little bit extra. But no, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, we're going to ease our way into the day with France versus Poland. And then, of course, boom, we are at the England game. Hamad said, I've got Senegal winning 2-0. Harris said, Rebecca Black, what a throwback. Yeah. A lot of people say that Beyonce is a poor man's Rebecca Black. World Cup. Up. World Cup. I don't know what that is. Rotem says, Varane said the reason he moved to United is because it was his dream to play with Maguire. Yes, I agree. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that Varane is a poor man's Phil Jones. I think that Maguire's been quite good in this tournament, you know. I actually think that he got some cheers from the England fans the other day, which I'm sure will have meant quite a bit to him. But I think he's done fairly well. I don't know what it is about Maguire at tournaments for England, but he tends to turn up. So yeah, I mean it's good news for England that Maguire and he's got a few minutes in his legs now as well. You know, he's been playing for a few games. So massively helps that does as now we go into these knockout rounds. So that's a massive plus for England. That's a big plus. Yes, he always has a mistake in him, but it is a big plus that he has managed to get like 3 games, play really well, look really good. It gives us some confidence as we go into these knockout games now. X-Drive said, I'm a Portugal fan, but I'm going to be cheering for England today. Also, the UFC... Let's try that again. I'm a Portugal fan. Amazing. But I'm cheering hard for England today. Even more amazing. Also, the UFC stream was great. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. I had fun. The only time that I was like feeling it was when we got to about the co-main. Once we got to about the co-main, that's where I was like, wow, yeah, this has hit me now. Like we need to get through this. This is where we need to dig a bit deeper now. And I could feel my voice getting gradually worse. And I was aware of the microphone issues as well. So it was quite the challenge, to be honest, because like you can't really shout because you want to get enthusiastic. But when you do that, the microphone was starting to fail. It's not really the microphone. It's a setting somewhere that I just cannot find. I can't find it. I don't know how to fix this thing. I've gone on forums and you go on forums and people are like, oh, my microphone cuts out when you're loud. And people respond by going, oh, yeah, mine does that. No one tells you how to fix it, right? And then you do find some fixes and they don't work, right? So I've tried about 4 or 5 different things, doesn't work. So I'm just finding that I'm going down some dead ends. So it's very frustrating. So I was aware the microphone was failing. I was aware that I was starting to feel the effects of doing, 13, 14 hours of streaming. I was aware that my voice was starting to go as well. So, yeah, it was a bit of a fight. So in many ways, I think what I'm saying is, yes, we should applaud the fighters that actually step inside the octagon. But let's not forget the real fighters, yeah? Let's not forget the real warriors, namely me. Yeah, namely me. Like, let's not forget me. So just bear that in mind. Whatever you do today, just remember that. That's all I ask. Do you believe that the goalkeeper is the most underrated player? Do I believe the goalkeeper is the most underrated player? I have no idea. I don't know. I feel like goalkeepers are... I think they're given respect. You see, are they underrated? Are they the most underrated player? Who else would you compare them to? Like, I feel like maybe defensive midfielders are fairly underrated. If you think about the impact, I mean, look, we've at Man United, for example, we've just gone through a period where we decided that we didn't want a defensive midfielder and we were just going to stick with McTominay and Fred, right? who, fun fact, aren't defensive midfielders. McTominay came through the ranks as a number 10 and then transitioned to being a box-to-box. And then we just shoved him in the 6, right? But he was never came through the ranks as a 6. And so it's somewhere that he can do that position when needed. But to do season after season with him as your main number 6 is mental, right? It's mental. Didn't make sense then. Doesn't make sense now. And so that one you go, I mean, like, yeah, he can play the role, he can do the position, but he's not a specialist in that area. And Fred, again, box to box, better going forward than he is defensively. I had to watch players skip past Fred so many times. Like, Fred is someone that you see being quite attack-minded for Brazil. And we went, oh, we've got an attacking Brazilian. Put him in the 6. Yeah, put him as a defensive midfielder. We'll chuck him there, shall we? Look, McFred was spoken about, I don't know how much, right? And United then went out and obviously spent the money, brought in Casemiro. I mean, one of the world's best. I mean, you're talking about proper specialists there. Someone that really knows that position. So we went out and got him. And United's fortunes have massively turned around now. And I'm not saying that it's all down to him, but I actually think that might be the most underrated position. Having seen United go without one for so long, like a proper specialist defensive midfielder, a proper specialist number 6, I would say that's probably the most underrated position. A world-class... I mean, think about the likes of N'Golo Kante, for example, and just the impact that he has and how much France are going to be missing him and what he has meant for the likes of Leicester and what he has meant for the likes of Chelsea. I mean, just amazing. Think about like some of the fantastic defensive midfielders. Think about Declan Rice and what he brings to West Ham. And think about like some of the fantastic defensive midfielders that Man City have had over the years. So I really think that role could be like the most critical because it's the role that links the defense to attack. It's the bridge between those two sides, and United just didn't have a strong enough link. Our link was just not tedious at best. So now that we've got Casemiro, I think we're in a much better place. So for me, I'd go with that. I mean, you do need a good goalkeeper, but I feel like you need a good right back, you need a good left back, you need good centre backs, you need a good striker. Like you need people all over the pitch. So I mean, like, are they underrated? They probably are. You know, we watch goals, don't we, all the time? We don't necessarily watch great saves all the time. Like, it's all about scoring goals. But having seen United struggle so much without a defensive midfielder, I'd be going for that. Conte could leave Chelsea on a free. Where do you think he'll end up? I genuinely don't know. I don't know. I think whatever team gets him will be fortunate to get him. I don't think he's quite at the height of his powers anymore, but I think whatever team ends up getting N'Golo Kante is going to be massively benefiting. I don't know if he would go somewhere like a Newcastle for the money, or if he would go abroad, like go back to, I don't know, France maybe, playing a side there. I don't know really what his ambitions are or what offers are on the table. I haven't heard him getting linked anywhere. So I genuinely don't know, but I think he'd want to obviously try and play at the highest level for as long as possible, and I think he still could. But yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if he like went to somewhere like Newcastle, because he's Premier League proven, and that's great for them because he's not a gamble really. You know that he can do it in the Premier League, so yeah, that'd be a good pickup for Newcastle. I hope England get the job done. Come on, Lions, says Edward. That's very kind. CDM is key to controlling a game. That dictates if you're going to get run over or if you have control, said Yash. Rohan said, I remember you ate sour sweets on SummerSlam. You have to do that again, says Rohan. I've done that quite a few times in the past. I've eaten sour sweets. We've eaten little squids. We've done, I don't even know what, so many different things. Vinegar, that was the worst, you know. There was something called apple cider vinegar, which is just horrific. We've done that in the past as well, but that's a long time ago now. He's very injury prone. It is a gamble, says Leo. You're wrong. Mbappe's favourite footballer is Beppe. Mbappe. Mbappe and Mbappe. Very good. Gregor, shout out to you. I hope you are well. Isn't cricket a cell phone company? The cricket was pretty wild today, actually. Just touching on that momentarily. It was pretty wild. But our players would be the best at soccer or cricket, would still go for American football, basketball, or even baseball over cricket. Our players who would be the best go for... yeah, that's true, Michael. I mean, all I would say is that those that are interested in soccer, like if you can do like a better job of bringing them through, because I'd have to think that, you know, your country's like, what, 300 odd million people? So even if like only a small percentage of that are interested in soccer, that still puts you level with a lot of the other like countries out there. And there's a lot of other countries out there that don't have 300 odd million people to choose from. So, you know, even if you've got a very small percentage, I reckon that probably still puts you in line with a lot of other countries. It's just, can they get to play at higher levels? You're seeing a lot of your players now go to the likes of the Premier League and the Bundesliga, and I think that's really helping your team. I think it's really helping your team to see the likes of Dest going and playing in Italy, and seeing Reina playing the Bundesliga, seeing Christian Pulisic playing at Chelsea in the Premier League, for example. And then you've got, is it Aronson and Tyler Adams? They're playing for Leeds. So that's been a big, big help for you guys. It's been a big help for you guys. And yeah, it's good to see the US team kicking on. Giroud is the best player. He has won everything, says Roham. Bonkers said Lewandowski is the upset for France, please. Who is the breakout first 11? Chesney, Dumfries, Van Dijk, Stones, Lucas Hernandez, Musiala, Gavi, Jude, Mbappe, Messi, Aritsu, Doan. What, those are your breakout stars for this tournament? I would agree with a lot of those. I think there's Saka has done well as well. I think he might be worth a mention. Valencia for Ecuador might be worth a mention as well. But yeah, I agree with most of what you came up with. Give the USA 4 years and let the players grow, and I think we've got something special, says Aubrey Edwards. Shakeem said, I missed the USA game. Well, I mean, it was pretty fun, to be honest. USA almost scoring in the first few minutes. Then they went a goal behind. Heartache just before halftime as they went 2 goals behind. But for them to come back and set up kind of a thrilling final 10 minutes or so, that was good. And then, you know, heartbreakers, the Netherlands found a third, basically. So, yeah, there was definitely about 5 minutes or so where the goal difference was just 1 goal. There was only 1 goal in it. And you sort of thought, like, well, next goal's going to really decide this. And it went to the Netherlands. So, you know, it was what it was. But there was definitely some exciting moments in there. What will be your reaction if Hulk Hogan makes a surprise match against Roman Reigns? I would be very shocked. He doesn't even walk very well now, Hogan, by the looks of it. He can walk, he can move, but you can tell he's an old man, and you can tell the joints are seized up, and you can tell that he's not very mobile. Like, I don't think he could do it. I wouldn't be expecting it, and I certainly wouldn't expect WWE to clear him for it. It might be nice to see Hogan getting involved. It might be nice to see Hogan like in the mix somehow. I mean, we saw him do WrestleMania 37 as host alongside Titus, but obviously with all the controversies and everything and things that happened, the fans don't really warm to Hogan anymore. I wish there was a way that we could fix that, you know? he's such a big star in the history of wrestling. He apologized for it. I don't know if he was telling the truth, of course. There's people that believe him, and there's people that don't. And we're not going to get into that because I have no way of knowing if his apology was real or not. I just, just think it's a shame, really. It's just a shame because he's such a massive name in the history of wrestling that to have that black cloud hanging over him, it's a bit of a shame. Proper, there was no one bigger. I think we all know how big Hogan is, but I don't know about kids today when they're growing up. I don't know if they really know. I suppose if they go back and watch the early WrestleManias, they will get a feel of it. Hulkamania running wild, but he was. He was on TV shows and everything. He was on magazine covers. It was Hulk Hogan. I don't even think Roman is just not that level. Roman's not as big as Hogan was. Hulkamania was everywhere, and Roman isn't. Roman is very much in the WWE world, but you don't tend to see him on chat shows, and you don't see him on magazine covers, and you don't see pop stars posing with him. Hogan just transcended wrestling, and I don't know that Roman has. So Hogan definitely was bigger than what Roman was or is. Hogan versus Reigns. I don't want to see an old man suffer. Just get him a pension and retire him. Good day, Dace. Hockey87, shout out to you. Yash says, was Hogan big in the UK as well? Yeah, Hulk, he was, to be honest. He was someone that he wasn't on our TV shows, for example, but whenever they would come over, then Hulk Hogan would be advertised everywhere. He would go onto the kids shows, and he was a big deal. That it's a name that I think you can ask most people. You could ask the average person in the street, can you name a wrestler? To be honest, a lot of people in the UK, if they'd probably say someone like Big Daddy, because Big Daddy was massive over here. I don't think Americans realize how big some of the British wrestling names were back in the day. Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks. Wrestling used to be on TV over here, World of Sport. And those were some of the names that were at the very top. And Big Daddy was massive. I reckon if you ask average person in the street, depends how old they are. If they're older, in their 50s, 60s, 70s, you might get a Big Daddy. You might get a Hulk Hogan. If you was to ask someone a bit younger, you might get John Cena or The Rock. So you might get something along those lines. So I think it really would depend on the age. But yeah, I feel like Hogan was pretty much big everywhere around the world. Giant Haystacks says Bonkers. Prime Hogan versus Roman. That would be amazing. Hogan was a massive star, but also a massive douche, says Michael. Hopefully the Hogan movie is going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be starring Zac Efron, isn't it? That they've just been filming at the moment. So, yeah. Jordan said, I sent you something on Twitter. I will try and get to Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter this morning. So I will try and get to that at some point today. Yas said, in India, I think the guy that defined what WWE was The Undertaker. He was hella popular. I don't think we have such levels of stardom anymore. Yeah, I agree. Rohan, John Cena was bigger than The Undertaker. Poland lineup said Harith. Shout out to you. I think, is that the one? I think that's the one we've pretty much got on screen. SofaScore, I think, has... I think these are the correct ones. Yeah, they must be, because if they'd updated it, it would be showing there. So I think this is up to date. Hogan is famous because of his charisma and personality, not because he is a good wrestler. Not Zac Efron, it's Chris Hemsworth. Zac Efron's doing the Von Erich one. Okay. Dortnight, shout out to you. What do you think will happen with Bray and Alexa? I think she's going to join him. I don't think he's attacking her because of the fact she looked distracted. She was thinking about something, and it felt as if she was being interfered with. So I don't think he's looking to attack her. I think he's looking to recruit her. I can't believe Helen Hart threw in the towel for Kevin Holland last night. She loves it, doesn't she? She loves throwing in towels, that woman. So, yeah. I wish it had gone that way. They should have their moms. Imagine a UFC would be so much better if the fighters' moms were stood on the outside with the towel. And so your son was fighting and he was trying to win. And it's a test of your nerve as a mom as well, because you're watching your son get beaten up. You're watching your son, like, get punched in the face. And there would just be that added level of drama if the moms had a towel. And if they lose their nerve and chuck the towel in and, like, the fight ends immediately, of course. But, of course, your son loses. So it'd be a real test for the fighters and for their moms as well. They should totally do that. That is another level of drama in the UFC that I've never really thought I needed, which I absolutely need. I definitely need that. Is Yokozuna still alive? He isn't, though. He isn't. He passed away in a hotel in Liverpool, I believe, in the early 2000s. Smitster, shout out to you. Hot Polish woman in the stands, says Rotem. No, that was Lewandowski. That was Lewandowski that you saw. What do you think about Prime Hogan would do to Roman Reigns? I think he would beat him. I think that he would have some back and forth with him. I think that he would get Superman punched. He would go down. He would then get 1, 2, shoulder up. Roman would jump back and look at him. Hogan would get to his knees, start shaking the head, start hulking up. You! And we would take it from there, basically. Leg drop, 1, 2, 3. Hogan beats Roman. I've never been more sure of anything in my life. Hogan back in the day was just fed heels. I mean, if you think about it, he beat all the heels. The person he finally lost to was a face, and that was Ultimate Warrior. So he was like constant. The only reason that he lost the belt was because of that screw job with the referees. So that's the only reason he lost the belt to Andre. Andre didn't beat him clean. I mean, by any means. And so Andre had the belt. Andre gave it to $1 Million Man. $1 Million Man was stripped of it because you can't be handed the belt, right? So because Andre handed the belt to $1 Million Man, $1 Million Man was stripped of the title, and then we got the tournament at WrestleMania 4 to crown the new champion. So you can't really count that as, like, Hogan dropping the belt to a heel. And even if he did drop it to a heel, even if you want to count it, it was Andre the Giant. Other than that, he loses at WrestleMania 6, doesn't he? So if we're going back to, like, prime Hogan, which is, like, really between WrestleMania 1 and WrestleMania 8, he beats Roman. Hogan was big as it will ever get for me, said Dort Knight. Tyson Fury in the Rumble, says Annette. I wish that they weren't presenting Tyson Fury as, like, so much of a bit of a comedy. I know he likes to have fun, Tyson Fury, but could you imagine, like, Tyson Fury if he, like, came out and he was proper serious and he was just getting in and bang, just laying into people and people were just flying all over the ring? Like, that would be sick. But there's always, like, a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun to Tyson, like, being in WWE. I don't know that he necessarily portrays the seriousness that's like needed. What are your thoughts on WWE thinking on The Rock winning the Rumble? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't hate it, because anything that gives us Rock Roman, I think, is a step in the right direction. But I don't like it. I don't want to see The Rock win the Rumble, because, like, I feel like that's an achievement for someone else. That's something for someone else to achieve. And The Rock's already won the Rumble. And I feel like we can get to Rock Roman without him having to win a Royal Rumble. So, I mean, it'll make the Rumble event massive. I mean, who's going to miss the Rumble? Everyone will be tuning into that thing. So, I mean, it'll make that a big deal. But and in all fairness, they do owe us a big Royal Rumble now because they're not giving us a December pay-per-view. So they definitely owe us something big in January, but I ain't crazy about the idea. I can think of lots of different ways I'd rather get to Roman Rock than have Rock win the Rumble. How much would I have to pay you to take Yokozuna's finisher? I have no idea. It would have to be thousands and thousands. I wouldn't do it for hundreds. It would have to be thousands and thousands. Because have you seen some of them that he does? It is brutal. So some of those bonsai drops are horrific. Like I can only imagine he proper did damage. I can't see how he didn't. Like because he is dropping all of that weight onto someone's chest. Like horrific. Hogan was big in Japan. Did you see the Fury fight? I did. Yeah, we watched it. So we did the 2 World Cup games yesterday. And then we finished those World Cup games and went straight into the Tyson Fury stream. I wish we'd been able to do, say, another hour because I really wanted to watch the Daniel Dubois fight. But they did that at the same time as one of the World Cup games. And so there was just nothing I could do. It was either not do that World Cup game, and I've committed to doing all of them, or do it and then just catch the Fury fight. So at least we got to see the Fury fight, you know. But don't Days any updates on the right. I don't know, but let me just get control. We're getting closer to this game starting, and oh dear. Well, that's annoying. I don't have any sound, unfortunately. So, not that I need it, but it's always nice to know if there's any controversy what the commentators are saying. But I don't have any sound coming out of the TV, so that is frustrating. Yes, it's one of the things I should have sorted before we went live, but hey-ho. What's your prediction? My prediction is I'm going to go with France winning. I think they're going to win about 2-1, maybe 3-1. Let's get a poll in the chat, shall we, and see what people think. Let's go. Who do you think will progress? We'll see what people think out of France and Poland. Let's see what people are going with. So, as I said, I'm looking forward to this game. I am leaning towards France getting the job done. Of course I am. I don't think Poland are a team that are capable of knocking them out. If they do, I won't regret saying that. I'll just be over the moon. So you look at this team and, you know, Rabiot's been playing well. Tchouameni is a great young player. Mbappe, one of the best in the world. Dembele, I've been so impressed with. Olivier Giroud, if you get him chances, he'll put them away. Theo Hernandez has been really good at left-back since he stepped in for Lucas Hernandez. Upamecano and Varane is a really strong centre-back partnership. Jules Koundé over on the right-hand side is probably a weaker area, I would say. But it's just a great team, innit? It's just a great team. The only thing I would say with France is that once you get past this starting 11, there are great players to come in with the likes of Kingsley Coman and Tchouameni and Camavinga, of course. There are some great players to come in, but there is no replacement for Mbappe. And I don't know really that there's no replacement for some of those defenders as well. Like I feel like we've already scratched through a level, and now we're kind of exposing like some of the subs already because of the injuries. I mean, don't forget, this is a team that should have Pogba, should have N'Golo Kante, should have Lucas Hernandez, should have Benzema. So there's big names. It should have Nkunku. These are big names that are missing for France, which they can cover and they can still be really strong. But it is a case that they are slightly weakened on the bench. Starting 11's fine, but just slightly weakened on the bench. So if they come up against a team that's going to push them and is going to take them into the deep water, that's going to be kind of interesting. And it'd be interesting to see their substitutions, be interesting to see how strong France finish the game compared to start in the game. I feel like England, for example, they can change quite a few players and bring on the likes of Rashford, bring on the likes of Foden, bring on the likes of Grealish. You know, if you play Saka and Sterling, for example, you can bring all of those names on. So England can finish a game pretty much just as strong as they start it. I don't know the same can be said for France now. I think that their injuries might be catching them up. So I'm just trying to cling on to hope as an England fan, really. I'm just trying to find any little nuggets of hope. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Poland can do here, because Poland are not going to be expected to get a result from this game. And can they frustrate? Can they get a chance for Lewandowski? What if Lewandowski scores early and then Poland just try and defend for the rest of the game? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, to be honest. I don't know defensively if they're going to be strong enough, but looking forward to finding out. Bonkers says Poland do have a chance. Irish says, I believe France 1-0. Has Poland got a chance? Well, of course, any team has got a chance. It's 11 players against 11 players, and it's a World Cup knockout. Every player, all 22 players, want to get through. They want to get through. They want to do well at the World Cup. They want to make their nations proud. So, absolutely, Poland can get through. But, I don't know. I mean, like, it's just going to be so difficult. We're talking about the best in the world in France. I mean, I don't know if they are right now, because you would put them up there with the likes of Brazil and Argentina. I think France come into this one maybe like third favourite, but it's super close. It's super, super close. Yeah, I mean, with Mbappe in the side, like that, he is just one of, and he seems to be in great form as well. Mbappe seems to be in great form. Dembele seems to be in great form. Griezmann is doing well in this tournament as well, you know. If you actually look at like the average scores there, 8.1 for him. So really impressive numbers. Goals aged 23 or under. Kylian Mbappe with 7. Kylian Mbappe has scored 7. He is level with Pele. Level with Pele. He sent out a really nice tweet, didn't he? Says, prayers for the king. And in regards to Pele. And, you know, for him to be doing what he's doing at his age is incredible. I might have said France advancing, but don't look past Poland, said Harif. You've seen how many upsets there are at this World Cup, and it could go any way. Let's remember that the Swiss knocked out France after Deschamps subbed off Griezmann, thinking it was over. And then they conceded a last-minute goal. That was drama. Poland are winning on penalties. Szczesny holds off France. That'll be good. That'll be good, Alexander. Shout out to you. Good morning from Florida, said Shauna. I think France will win because they've got too many weapons. But I love Lewandowski. He is excellent. Easy99 said, on paper, France is the favourite, but on the pitch, the ref will blow the start, first minute until the final minute. It depends on the players if they have a good day or a bad day. They're just showing that Mbappe has played 207 minutes. Poland have played 270. Mbappe has scored 3 goals. Poland have scored 2. So Mbappe is better than Poland. I think that's what we're saying. Mbappe is BBC just showing a comparison of Mbappe and Poland. And Mbappe is better than Poland. That's a fact. But he's not as good as Marcus Rashford. Not only can you tell Hogan is an old man, but you are an old man with a grey beard. Well, I mean, it's no surprise, is it, Edwards? I mean, once you get to 21, things do start falling apart. Simple as that. 2-1 France, both goals by Bap, says Hockey. Where's hello, buds? Hope you're well. Rotem said, did you notice you put polls in the poll? I didn't, actually. No, did I put... oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant that I had written the word poll incorrectly, and I was like, it's not like me to do that. I was disappointed in myself. I spelt the word recruits wrong the other day. on a thumbnail, which I haven't had a chance to change. So that was disappointing. So this is where, like, when the tank's running empty, the head gets a little bit cloudier. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was the odd spelling mistake. David said, Gabriel Jesus and Alex Telles are out of there. Hang on. I know that might not seem fair, but I am all about seeing the opposition get weakened and England's chances increasing. So England's chances of winning the World Cup now have gone from 0.1% to 0.1000001%, like their chances now that Jesus is out of it and Alex Telles is out of it for Brazil, their chances just went up just that little bit more. So everything is done through the filter of how does this affect England. So I am, like, disappointed for them. You don't want to see anyone, joking aside, missing out on the World Cup. But that does weaken Brazil a little bit. Not having the option of Jesus up front is, a problem for them. I mean, he's not in their starting lineup, but again, it just weakens that bench, doesn't it? It just weakens that bench. So if that's going to be, if England can get to the final, of course, and there's a few games to get through first before we do that. There's a few games to get to. Dej, you're 21. Add about 30 years onto that. That would be 51. Jacob said, the way Poland played against Argentina the other day does not give me hope that they can beat France. But who knows? Cody should win the Rumble, said A Day with Jay. Then it should be that The Rock costs Roman at Elimination Chamber. And then you do Rock, Roman, and Cody versus Seth. I agree. Daniel said, is Pogba playing? He's not at this World Cup. He's decided to give it a miss. He's decided to have it off. He's gone on holiday and, he's really just living it up, really. And also is injured. I say 2-1 Poland in Dave's prediction game, says Bonkers. Ricky said, who do you think will win the World Cup? Well, I have said Brazil all along. And I'm going to stick with Brazil. But obviously I want it to be England. I mean, I'd love for England to get to the final. And you sort of look at that and go, yeah, they won't do that. But I think people are doing England a disservice, to be honest. I think if you genuinely, hand on your heart, was to talk about who the best looking teams have been at this World Cup, you would have England in the conversation. England would be mentioned because no team won all three of their group games. And England won 2 and drew 1. They drew against the United States, and that's the result that seems to have kind of dissuaded people from England's abilities. But I thought the USA played very well in that game. I thought they played very, very well. They had a great game plan for England, and England didn't have an answer to it, in all fairness. But I think the knockout rounds are different. Like, you can get a draw in the group stages, and I do think England sort of were happy with that draw. Gareth was kind of pleased with the result after. Southgate wasn't down on that result. He wasn't like, oh my God, this is a disaster. He was like, yep, point. That puts us in a really good position. He was just trying to navigate the group stages. So there's something to be said about, like, keeping it tight, keeping it 0-0. And not losing the game. There's something to be said for not losing the game. So I sort of look at it and think, well, that was England maybe with a bit of a handbrake on. That was, and no, take nothing away from America. I thought they played really well, as I keep saying. But I think that if that was a knockout game, I think you would have seen a different England. So I don't take too much from that. I don't worry about that. They bounced back with a convincing win over Wales. I think there'll be a problem. France won't be excited about playing England. France won't be licking their lips going, oh, brilliant, it's England next. Semi-finals, here we come. Like, France are going to be very aware that England are going to be a challenge for them. So it'll be a hell of a game. If that's the game we get, it'll be a hell of a game. And that'll be the game where people expect England to go out. But honestly, I would not count them out of that match. I really wouldn't. I think they've got a great chance. But got to get past Senegal first. Got to get past Senegal. Right, we're just getting the teams lining up, and we are going to be underway with this very soon. If you are watching and you are joining us, make sure you leave a like. It, I think, makes a difference. I keep being told people can't find the streams. I have pinned this one to the homepage, so hopefully it's on the homepage, and hopefully YouTube is doing me a solid and sending out notifications. But yes, make sure that you leave a like if you are joining us. It's greatly appreciated. And of course, as soon as we're done with this, then I am going to be going straight over to the England game. So we'll do this one, and then we'll go straight to the England game. We'll start like a couple of hours before England even kick off, and we'll just run through the team news as it comes in. We'll talk about the strengths of Senegal and the strengths of England, weaknesses of both sides. Should be fun. Really looking forward to it. England know what they need to do. Senegal are a side that we're very aware of. Quite a few of their players play in England, for example. So there's not like this great mystery. There's not really a great mystery in world football anymore. I feel like some of the smaller nations that don't get to the World Cup maybe, but a lot of these nations that get to the World Cup, we know their players now. You know, back in the day, like somewhere like Cameroon or Morocco or whatever, you wouldn't know the players. You wouldn't know who they were, but a lot of those sides now have players that play in the Premier League or play in top leagues around Europe. So, and obviously scouting has much improved and the internet has changed the world. So it feels like since the early 2000s maybe, it's like everything's kind of changed. Everything's different now. You can get information on your phone about anyone you want in the world. So technology has really changed things. Right, we've got the two teams lining up. We're about to get underway then. This is going to be our first game of the day. This is a round of 16 tie. It is France, the current world champions, about third favourites, but really close to being the favourites, taking on Poland. A lot of people think that it's going to be a Brazil-France final. A lot of people, when they did their predictions before the tournament, predicted that it would be Brazil versus Argentina in the semi-final. I don't really know what they had as the semi-final on the other side, but they had France get into the final to face either Argentina or Brazil. And most that I saw was France versus Brazil. So are these guys going to be world champions again? They're going to have to get past Poland. And I would love it if Poland could get the victory against them. We are up and running. We are underway. The game has kicked off. And it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. He launches the ball in the air. And Poland trying to get onto the end of it. Little bit rash already by Poland. Here come France. Oh, free kick given away by Poland. France already driving towards Poland. Poland don't look like they're going to be comfortable with some of the speed of France already. As Griezmann was driving towards that defence. There's a free kick which is in a tricky little area. You could shoot from there. It's around about, 25 yards out or so. And it's over to the goalkeeper's left-hand side. Griezmann is standing over the ball. I don't know if he's going to go for goal. As I said, you definitely could go for goal for there. Or you could look to float it in for someone to get onto the end of it. Let's have a look, see what Griezmann's going to go for. Bit of early drama in this game. We've got plenty of players forwards. Griezmann goes and floats it in. It goes over everyone's head, and that was pretty poor, actually. That was pretty poor. He ended up floating it up, and it just went straight out of play. So really, you would want to see France do better than that with that opportunity. We're just seeing the French bench as they're deep in conversation already. Let's get rid of this poll as well. Might as well get that out the way so we've got a bigger chat. Let's get that. Boom. 300 on France, says Vicky. Right, the clock. Yes, let's go. Boom. Let's move that forward a little bit. Bang. There we go. Okay, ball goes back to the French defence, gets played into the middle, goes over to the right-hand side, goes over to Koundé. So France are in their own half. Ball being played forward into Dembele. Dembele going into the middle is played it over to the left-hand side to Mbappe. Been really impressed with Dembele. France probing, going down that left-hand side of Poland, but we've got the ball back, edge of the area being closed down, and that's good work. That is pressure being applied by Frankowski. Ball bounces off a Polish player, and it's going to be a corner. So honestly, first 3 minutes here looking really good for France, picking up the ball, driving at Poland, and so far they've won a free kick. Now they've won a corner. And it's going to be a lot of pressure that Poland are going to have to deal with. Maybe a bit too much pressure. They could probably do with like just getting the ball and just trying to get it away from their third. Ball coming in. Just goes wide. Just goes wide there. Varane coming forward, trying to get on the end of that and putting the ball wide. So the ball was played in. And honestly, Varane, it was about 4 yards out, but he just couldn't get his head quite on it and direct it towards goal and ends up putting it wide. Remember, today's World Cup games are on FS1, said Davids. Wes, shout out to you. Martin said, I want plenty of action and goals in this one. Steve said, I want to see a shootout. A 3-3 draw would be nice. Macho Man versus Flair. Who wins that match? Oh, we saw it. WrestleMania 8. Right, we are up to speed. I can tell you 78% of people have gone with France. 21% of people have gone with Poland. Poland playing the ball forward, down the line, being chased after. Nice. Just couldn't get it back to his teammate. Now France have picked up the ball, but pressure being applied by Poland. Poland trying to apply pressure. It's being chased down. Poland trying to do some man-to-man marking. They're winning the ball back. Oh, it's really scrappy, but look at the white shirts. Look at the amount of white shirts that are all over these French players. So Poland winning it. Lovely work. Ball up in the air, battling away. They're really overloading France, Poland. Over on that right-hand side. Ball knocked on. Lovely. Trying to get it back. It's played into the middle, but straight into the hands of Hugo Lloris. That was good by Poland. Poland just enjoying a real spell by overloading on their right-hand side. Just really doubling up. Just constantly hassling and harassing. There was a real group of about 4 or 5 players that were just really all over the French team then. And it resulted in a cross, but straight into the hands of Hugo Lloris. Ball comes over to the left-hand side for France. And they're in their own half at the moment. We've had 5 very explosive minutes. As we said, we've seen a free kick. We've seen a corner. We've seen some lovely play there by Poland. Ball goes out of play. There's Rabiot. EJ the DJ says, I think Poland is going to win. Daniel said Poland getting close to scoring. Rage Kid reckons 2-0 France. MD8T says France. Yeah, don't forget that today's games are on FS1. Poland win the ball. Play it back to their defense. So that French attack breaks down. I feel like Poland need to get through this first 10 minutes in particular, because I think France showed in the early stages they're going to be dangerous. Just feels like maybe now the game is settling into a bit of a groove. It was all France for the first 3-4 minutes, but these past couple of minutes, Poland obviously creating that overload. Now they've just managed to tackle France and win the ball back, and there's no one pressing Poland at the moment. Long ball being chased after, but way too much on that, and it goes straight out of play. That was a bit wasteful. Definitely want to see Poland keeping the ball and building up attacks rather than just trying to play long balls and have people chase onto them, because I think you're going to have limited success with that. And that ball going straight out of play. Here comes France bringing the ball out from their defence then. Ball comes over to Upamecano. Upamecano playing it over to Hernandez. Hernandez playing it into the centre, and it comes to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni playing it back to Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris bringing the ball out of his area, plays it over to Upamecano. Upamecano over to Varane. Varane picking up the ball, was still in France's half at the moment. He plays it over to Dembele. Dembele on that right-hand side. Picks it up, goes into the centre. Driving forwards here by Dembele. Going all the way across as we're working our way to the left-hand side. There's Mbappe. Mbappe is over there, but it comes to Dembele. Dembele, lovely turn. Dembele is weaving his way all over the pitch, just trying to find a way through. He really is being a nuisance. He's not just going up and down that right-hand side. He's cutting into the middle. Edge of the area, France, no joy, couldn't find a way through. They just maybe passed it one too many times rather than pulling the trigger. And Poland pick up the ball. Poland now looking to respond as this ball is being played around down the line by Poland. Another long probing ball, but it's dealt with by that French defence. They play the ball into the middle of the park. Here come France again, starting to attack down that left-hand side with Mbappe. Ball being whipped into the middle and headed wide. That was a little bit nervy. I don't know that there was anyone at the back post. Poland had to deal with it, and they head the ball behind. And I tell you what, he had to do really well to make sure that he put that one wide. That one quite easily could have gone into his goal. I think that was the heart in a mouth type moment. Ball came in, the Polish defender, putting it wide, but that could have quite comfortably nestled into the bottom corner. Tharuka, hello, hope you are well. Norway, hello Norway. Shout out to you. Ball being played in, and it's cleared by Szczesny. Szczesny gets the ball away. France picking up the ball. Tchouaméni whipping it in. To the back post, goes over everyone's head, finds its way to Griezmann. Griezmann puts it back into the box. It is just wave after wave of French attack, but a forward pass is mopped up by France. That gets all the way back to Hugo Lloris. That is going to allow Poland to at least get out from the back. And now we've got France on the ball. Ball being played forwards. Griezmann over to the left-hand side. Here come France building another attack down that left-hand side. Ball is with Kylian. Kylian is driving forward. Whips it into the middle. Back post. Unmarked. Oh, Dembele. Dembele. That was beautiful. So we had Kylian Mbappe surging down that wing. He whips the ball across. Finds its way to Dembele. Dembele probably should have just pulled the trigger first time. Didn't. Tried to beat the man. And couldn't get that ball in. It results in a corner. The corner is taken. It's cleared by Poland. And right now we've just gone over 10 minutes. And it is wave after wave after wave of French attack at the moment. They've had 70% of the ball. They haven't had any shots on target yet. Ball comes in and straight to the hands of Szczesny. And that one might be classed as a shot on target by Mbappe. Legend Killer, shout out to you. Tharuka said, how has the game been so far? It's been good. It's been really exciting. There's been lots of incidents. It has just been non-stop, to be honest. So, yeah, I think it's been quite enjoyable. I've been enjoying it anyway. And hopefully others have been enjoying it as well. Ball is with the Polish defence right now. It would be great to see Poland get a goal. The only thing I would say with that is sometimes you can score too early. The problem with scoring early is it obviously wakes up the other team, and they're pretty awake anyway. But obviously they just get, like, you know, even more desperate to get back level. Because France are obviously not going to want to go out of the World Cup here. So, you know, you really wake them up. But not only that, but you have to change your game plan. Like, you've spoken about, like, attacking and trying to get a goal and all of that kind of stuff, but I don't know that you've necessarily covered what happens when you do. If we do score, what do we do then? Do we keep attacking? Do we defend? Do you have some players that are caught between, like, two minds? Shot comes in, and it's a decent save by Szczesny. Pushes the ball away. Here's Kylian. Kylian Mbappe playing the ball back. And ball bounces and goes out. So that was dramatic. Nice little shot. Was it going in? It was going in. It was relatively comfortable. It was still a good save because he had to get down and he had to get something on it. And the other thing as well is that the ball actually bounces just in front of him. And those bounces can be really awkward. Like, you don't know quite where it's going when it, like, hits the ground. So it was a decent little save. Pushed it away. Gave away a corner. Poor corner by France. Very poor corner by France. France, I think, have had about 3 or 4 corners now. I think that was their 4th. And as I said, quite poor from them. Throw in. Here is France, ball being played into the middle. Gets knocked back into their own half. Ball comes over to the right-hand side. Here's Dembele. Dembele is surging forward. Cuts onto the inside. Played into the centre. And great work there by Poland. Poland having to work so hard to ensure that France didn't get a shot off because they were right on the edge of the penalty box. But this is good work by Poland. Surging forwards, trying to counter. The only problem is that there's about 3 blue shirts around. And Rabiot comes away with the ball. So that little mini Polish attack doesn't get anywhere. And it's France that have got the ball in their own half in their defence. Dortnight said, I don't think England will want France, that's for sure. We don't. I can answer that. We don't. Here's Poland. Poland are on the ball at the moment. They are playing the ball back and trying to play it over into the centre. So it comes back to that Polish defence. So it's just nice to see Poland on the ball, to be honest. I mean, whilst they've got the ball and they're not being pressured, you obviously can have a little bit of a breather if you are Polish. But too quickly, they give the ball away, Poland. Far too quickly. They just don't enjoy having the ball. Like, they seem to want to give it back to France as soon as they get it. The crowd is very loud today, said Thruka. Senegal won't be easy. They do deserve our respect, said Dortnight. I feel like England-Senegal is going to be a close game, says Thruka. It's going to be a difficult game. It's going to be tough. Ball coming over to Poland down that left-hand side. A long ball being played forwards, but no joy. I mean, if that does come off for them, and it's a big if, then, you know, it could be quite exciting that they should be through and then they'll be behind that French defence. So it's a high risk, high gamble, but high reward type strategy. Just pumping those long balls forward and trying to run onto them. I feel like that French defence is going to be too good to let that happen, though. That's the only thing. 16 minutes and here come France again. Ball being played forwards. Poland pick it up, though. They're trying to come away with it. And there's a foul on the Polish player. That foul by Rabiot. I'm in the pub watching this game, said Carl in 1985, Gareth. Shout out to you, dudes. Hope you're enjoying it. It's been a pretty fun game so far, in all fairness. I'd imagine a lot of people in England are watching this in the pub, getting ready for the England game, which is obviously straight after. Here comes Dembele. Dembele surging forward, tries for a shot, and Szczesny is equal to it. He manages to get behind it, but Dembele looking so good, looking so lively. He really is looking like one of the best right wingers in the world, Ousmane Dembele. Szczesny launches the ball forwards, goes down the line. It's sad that Pogba didn't play for France at this year's World Cup, said Richards. Lee said England or Senegal would love to play Poland in the quarterfinals. It is true. I mean, Poland are not the easiest of teams. I think England, I think I'm right in saying England had them in their qualifying group, so we know how tricky Poland can be. But at a World Cup quarter-final, I think you would definitely take that because the alternatives would be like a France or a Spain or a Brazil. You know, you're starting to think about those kind of nations then. Ball is played forward and it ends up going out of play. James said, who cares if we get past Senegal? We shouldn't fear any team. That's a good point. Hope you're well, James. I needed to sneeze as I was reading your message. We shouldn't fear any team. What is the point in being in the World Cup? On our day, we can beat anyone. Yeah, on our day. I certainly don't look at Brazil and we would talk about this. I don't fear them the same way that I feared them in the past. Yeah, they got great players, but like before there was something magical and mystical. There was an aura around them, you know, the Ronaldinho, the Rivaldos, the Roberto Carloses. Like these were people that you know are going to be spoken about for years to come. You know, you knew that you was going to see. It's no surprise to see Ronaldo sat in the stands watching Brazil. You know, it's no surprise to see that. It's no surprise to see the likes of Ronaldinho getting mentioned, Roberto Carlos being mentioned. You know, these are just fantastic, legendary, historic names. Can the same be said for Rafinha? Can the same be said for Richarlison? Like, are we going to see Richarlison sat in the stands in years' time? Right now, I don't know that we are. I don't know that we are. I like him, really great player, but he doesn't have that aura around him that Ronaldo did and Ronaldinho did. So I feel different about this Brazil side. They're still my picks to win it because I still recognise their talent. And I think in Vinicius Jr. and Neymar, you potentially do have that aura, but it's not around the team anymore. It's not around the team. I don't look at them and fear them. Argentina are obviously an interesting prospect because of Messi. They looked quite good. They're proper up and running now, aren't they? They seem to be in a groove now. So they could be a problem. So Argentina are definitely an issue. Brazil are an issue, but we don't need to worry about that until the final. But I agree. On our day, if we're playing our best football, we are a difficult match for anyone. Nearly 20 minutes gone then. We're in the 20th minute. France are still dominating possession. They're deep in the Polish thirds. And, nice little tackle attempt there, but didn't quite come off as Mbappe was trying to go down that left-hand side. Here is France, ball being played in the middle, ball bouncing around and gets knocked away. Poland just clearing these lines, just getting it clear. Here come Poland. Ball being played forward into the middle. It's up in the air. Oh, good work. Good work. Lewandowski. Oh, just wide. Just wide. I mean, it was well out of the area, but Lewandowski could score from there. Lewandowski, that's not a bad attempt, you know. That's not a bad attempt. It is wide, but it's only a couple of foot wide. And, Poland showing that they always carry a threat. Always carry a threat. Defensively, we know that Poland are not that strong. They're not that strong defensively, but we're just seeing maybe a handball incident, but that would be harsh, man. He was falling, it hit his chest and then bounced off his arm. Like, you can't give that. I don't even think they're seriously looking at that. So we are still underway with France. France coming forward down that right-hand side. Here's Dembele. Dembele's got a couple of white shirts around him. There's plenty of white shirts back. The whole Polish team are back, trying to ensure that France don't score here. Netherlands never lose when Louis van Gaal took over the team, said Easy 99. Is this Lewandowski's last World Cup match? Shot. Beautiful shot. That was a lovely strike there by Jules Koundé. Straight into the hands of Szczesny, but it was straight and true. And you could see that it had a bit of power on it as Szczesny really struggled to keep a hold of that. Ball being played out from the Polish keeper. Goes all the way down. And we're seeing France clear the lines. Comes back to Poland. Ball up in the air. Comes over to that left-hand side. Here's Poland. Poland just enjoying a little bit of the ball. So we're in the French third. Edge of the area. Goodbye, Poland. Laying it off. He's put too much on it, I think, but it has been kept in play. Poland just doing a little bit too much. They just needed to pull the trigger. Ball is being played forward. We're seeing Mbappe counter, but excellent work by Poland. Just stop that ball from getting into Mbappe. That was excellent work. Here we've got Poland playing the ball forwards. Knocking it back. I've got Kunde in my fantasy team, says James. Lewandowski's wife is a fitness trainer, I think, and he eats dessert before the main meal. Tharuka said, shot at goal by the French. Dortnight said, I can see Lewandowski being super fit in 4 years and maybe making the bench. I can't imagine they'll have anyone that's going to be able to replace Lewandowski. I mean, you are talking about a generational talent. The only thing I would say is I'm sure... Was it Closer? No, Podolski. Podolski, I think it was, that played up front for Germany. Was it Closer as well, though? Can't remember, but there was definitely a striker that was playing for Germany that was born in Poland. And I know that they hated him for turning their back on them and playing for Germany instead. Let me have a look. Let me see where Closer was born. Closer, Germany. He was a wonderful striker. Yeah, Closer. Closer. That's amazing, isn't it? That is amazing. Scored 71 goals for Germany. Played 137 games. 71 goals for Germany. But he was born in Poland. So I say that Lewandowski is like a generational talent, but it's not that long ago that they could have had Miroslav Klose. Ball being played into the penalty area. Side-footed. Oh, Poland having a little look. Having a little chance at goal. Having a little moment there. Podolski was born in Germany, in Poland as well. He also played for Germany. He scored 149 goals in 130 games. So Poland could have had a front line of Podolski and Miroslav Klose with Lewandowski coming through. That's sick, innit? That is absolute madness that Poland could have had that forward line. Here's Dembele. Dembele has been penalised. It's going to be a free kick to Poland. 25 minutes gone, and Poland doing all right, you know. They've weathered the early storm. France are still very much in this game, and they're still the better team. But Poland doing all right. Poland doing all right. Let's try and change. I want to try and change the stats on screen just to make them a little bit easier to read. There we go. Okay, it's going to be a free kick here for Poland in the French half. This could be quite tasty. This could be quite tasty. They could get something from this here, Poland. It's quite far over, and they're going to look to play the ball in, whip the ball in. Here it comes. Not bad. High in the box. It drops. It's no one can get onto the end of it. Here's Lewandowski. He knocks the ball back. Can they find a way of getting a ball back into the box? Little touch played into the middle. Too many touches. Way too many touches by Poland. They overcomplicated that. Here is Mbappe, and he's bursting past his man. He had the better of the defender there. He had the better of the defender. Looking at Mbappe like going full pelt. It's just a joy to watch, isn't it? Look, he's very upset there, Mbappe. He felt that he was being pulled back, and he was, in all fairness. Oh, my heart breaks for him. My heart breaks for him. Podolski and Klose were both born in Poland. That's amazing, isn't it? Klose was a machine in front of goal. Theo, shout out to you. Hope you're well. Michael says, I have to apologise to NBA players who I complain flop all the time. Basketball players have nothing on soccer players. Now, it's pretty well known that soccer players flop around. I don't even think you've seen much of it in this game. Some of it can be pretty epic. There was a show, I can't remember what show it was, but there was a show that actually counts how many times people roll when they go down. And someone counted how many times Neymar rolled in the first one. It was like 5 times. He went down and he was just rolling around on the floor. He did like full rotations on the floor about 5 times as he was like selling an ankle injury. And then I think he quickly got up and it was fine after that. Ball goes forward. Long ball there by Poland. Straight into the hands of Hugo, Lloris, and France are going to look to build another attack. Ball comes into the middle of the park. Goes over to the left-hand side. France having a little look at the moment. Seeing if they can find a way forward. Lovely little turn there by France. It comes over to number 22, Hernandez. We're around the halfway line at the moment for France. Ball being played into the centre, into Rabiot. Lovely forward ball, but there's a Polish player there. Poland now looking to counter. Not really the best counter inside. Don't have, they're not really blessed for pace, to be honest, Poland. But Poland have got the ball. They'll just enjoy having the ball for a moment. Ball is kept in and given to France. That's really poor by Poland. That is really poor. Here's Dembele. Back post and it's wide. Oh, my God. Put wide by Giroud. That was really poor by Poland. They had the ball at the back. No pressure. Played it towards a Polish player. He had to really work hard to keep it in play. He ends up knocking it back in. France pick up the ball. Surge forwards. Oh, my God. How did he miss that? It comes to Dembele. He plays it to the back post. And Olivier Giroud just gets his foot on it and puts it wide. There is an empty net. And he is at the back post and he puts it wide. It looks like one of those that's harder to miss than it is to score. That is the biggest chance of the game so far. And it all comes from a Poland mistake. They should have been punished for that. They should have been punished. But they're breaking forwards. Here's Poland trying to get on the end of the ball, but goes out. And I think that's going to be a goal kick to France. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick to France. It remains 0-0 right now. It remains 0-0. How it remains 0-0, I have got no idea. Because Olivier Giroud should have scored that. Dembele just needed to caress a pass into the ball. I blame the cross and not Giroud. Mbappe also cannot believe it, says Tharuka. Legend Killer says, come on, France. How did they miss that, says Tharuka. Dortnight said, nice equal game so far. Poland are doing well, to be fair. France have got the ball. Passing it around. Half an hour gone now on the clock. Half an hour gone. We got 15 minutes left of this first half, and it's been absolutely captivating. It really has been really interesting. France have been the better side, of course, but Poland have managed to weather the storms. And ball coming back to Szczesny. Ball is up in the air, goes over wide, bounces, goes out. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in. I mean, Poland know that this was going to be difficult. They knew that this was going to be difficult. It's been difficult. I think the big positive is that they might not have created much. They've had no shots on target, for example, but it is still 0-0. That's absolutely massive for them. If this is like 2-0, they're done, aren't they? But whilst it's 0-0, they're still very much in this game. Oh, and there's a yellow card for Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni gets yellow carded. That's something else as well. If there's like a red card or something that happens here, that's interesting. That would be interesting. Tchouaméni with a yellow. Collides into a Polish player. Number 24, who is Frankowski. He gets knocked into. He goes down. This is a very interesting place for a free kick. Very interesting. You could score from here. It's one of those that's not too close, that it's hard to get it up and back down again. But it's not so far out that it's like going to be hard to get to the goal. You could score from here. This is interesting. This is really interesting for Poland. They're not going to get many great chances in this game. This is definitely a chance. This is definitely a chance. Lewandowski, one of the world's great strikers, standing over the ball. And right now, the whole of France are going to be absolutely biting their nails. Lewandowski, can he create some magic? He's got the ability to do it. There's a 4-man wall. It's around about 22 yards outside the box, something along those lines. Here we go. Ball is played in and hits off the wall. That's a shame. That's a shame. That was a definite chance there for Poland. Poland play the ball all the way back to Szczesny. Dembele putting the pressure on, but it gets knocked back out. And here we've got Poland building from the back, and that opportunity has very much passed them by. Ball is played over onto the wing. For Poland. They're still in their own half. That ball was played into Matty Cash. Haven't seen much of Matty Cash. Being kept busy by Mbele. EJ, the DJ, says, come on, Poland. Foul, maybe card, no, said Davids. Has anyone had a red? Yeah, didn't the Wales keeper get a red? So I believe we have seen a red card. But obviously, if there was a red, that player would, I think I'm right in saying, miss the next game. So if there was a red card here, then they would miss the England or Senegal game. Here's Poland in the middle, bouncing around the French penalty area. And Poland have still got the ball in France's half. That ball gets knocked back, picked up by a Polish player. Goes all the way back to their defence. They're in their own half now, and they just got driven back a little bit too much. But Poland enjoying a decent spell of the game. Poland need to do better than that. That is a waste of a chance, said Martin. The Uruguayan gaffer also got a red card, said Smitster. Good point. Here's Poland. Here's Poland's shot from the edge of the... Oh! Wow, Matty Cash, I don't know if that was a shot or a cross. I mean, he seemed to wallop it like it was a shot. Yeah, he seemed to hit it like it was a shot, but he then played it like it was a cross. I think that was a shot. I think that was a shot that he completely fluffed. And it ended up going across the box. If someone could have got just something, just changed the direction of the ball and just got it towards goal, that could have gone in. That really could have gone in. The problem was it was like a missile shooting past them all. Dembele on the ball. Here come France. Jen, ex here, said, I'm Polish and I don't care about football. David said, Cameroon goal scorer got a red after the celebration. That's true. Good point. Ball coming over to the left-hand side. Here's France again, weaving. Mbappe shot, side net him. Side net him. Mbappe turning on the inside, turning on the outside. Getting his shot off. And goes straight into the side netting. I think that's a good save, actually, you know. I think that... Did it require a save? I think it was actually hitting the post. Either way, it did get saved and pushed behind. And so it's going to be a France corner. We've got 10 minutes left in this half. So corner to France. They've had 4 corners. This is number 5. For them, ball being played in to the centre, and it's bouncing around. No one's got it clear. It's up in the air, and the keeper has to come out and deal with it. He knocks it behind, and I think that's going to be... It's either a corner or a goal kick. It was Upamecano that was trying to get onto the end of that. I don't know if it had gone out already, so it might be a goal kick to France. Just have a look. The ball bounces. Keeper's there. Goalkeeper knocks it behind. So... But does it come off a French player? Looks like it comes off the French player's arm, to be honest. Upamecano's arm. I think that might be awarded as a goal kick. And it is. It is a goal kick. So, goal kick to Poland. We're into the final 10 minutes in this half. It's still 0-0. Could we be going into nervy extra time? Could we be looking at penalties? It hasn't been a dirty World Cup for fouls, says Martin. It looks like I should have captained Kane, not Mbappe, said Dortnight. Wow, I mean, looks early. It's early. There's still plenty of this game to go. There might still be 120 odd minutes that we play in total with extra time. Ball goes out. That's going to be a throw into Poland in France's half. This is good. This is good. This is good. He put too much power. Poland didn't react quick enough, says Kian. Ball being knocked down the line, trying to cut on the inside. This is really good by Poland. Into the middle. Shot comes in. Save. Oh, blocked. Oh, it's bouncing around. Poland can't get it in. Oh, my God. Real drama. Real drama for Poland. Real drama. How did that not go in? Even Hugo Lloris has to take a deep breath. That is amazing. Shot comes in, rifled in. I need to see a replay because I don't know if Hugo Lloris saved it or if it bounced off a defender. Either way, something, anything, everything stopping that from going in. It's Hugo Lloris that stops it. The second one is cleared off the line. Oh my God. Oh my God. Drama as Poland trying to whip that ball in, but it goes behind and that breaks down the Polish attack. But that was incredible. Here we're going to see a replay of it in slow-mo. The shot, bang, saved by Lloris. Follow-up, bang, off the line. That is amazing. That is amazing. That's Varane off the line. I think the Hugo Lloris save is pretty, it just hit him, really. He was like there. The ball came right at him, hit his knee, and then ended up going back out. As it went back out, Poland picked it up. They then got it past Lloris. It's kind of Varane off the line that I think is the more impressive one. Gets past Lloris, and it's Varane off the line that could and should be 1-0 Poland. Well, you could maybe make the argument that Giroud should have scored. So maybe we should be looking at 1-1. But either way, Poland should be on the board there. That might be an opportunity they really, really live to regret. When it comes to this stage of the World Cup, those are the opportunities you have to put away. That was a chance for Poland. You just cannot miss that versus France, says Redemption. France will make them pay for that 100%. Tariq said Poland cannot miss these opportunities. Martin said, this is the best Poland performance so far, by far. Legend Killer says, come on, France. Ray Q86 said, that's a crazy sequence. Poland had 3 tries in a good area in a row, says Michael. How can Poland miss that, said EJ the DJ. Ball being played back by France. France have got the ball at the moment, but Poland again just picking it up, and that's going to be a free kick. Poland giving away a free kick. 40 minutes gone. 40 minutes gone. High stakes. High drama. Lovely work by Kylian Mbappe. Turned his man. Got fouled. Wins the free kick. And right now we are seeing France standing over the ball. The World Cup song is stuck in my head, says EJ the DJ. You cannot mess this up. You cannot mess it up, otherwise you go home. Right, here we go. Ball being played into the box. It's headed clear. And we've got the French team. That ball goes over to the right-hand side. Twisting, turning, gets played back to Dembele. Dembele playing the ball in the middle. Ball gets knocked back, comes over to the right-hand side, down the line. France looking to build. They've got plenty of white shirts in front of them, though. Poland heading it clear. Nice. Poland just passing it around. It'd be great to see them get rid of this ball. There's lots of blue shirts still in and around. It gets all the way back to Szczesny. Don't mess around. Szczesny just kicks it straight out. That seemed... I don't know why Szczesny did that, to be honest. Szczesny, I don't know why he did that. He just kicked it like straight out that way. Either way, it's going to be a throw-in. Referee is just having a word. He's not happy with the chain, is he? He's having a word with Jules Koundé, and he's telling him to take the chain off. That's weird. I've never seen that. So they're taking the chain off. They can't find the clasp. So right now there's a break in play because the chains for Koundé, they're only small little chains, but they're being removed. It must be in the rules that you can't wear like chains or something on the field of play. They're not like he ain't Mr. T. Do you know what I mean? He's not Pity in the Fall. He's not coming out with like chains all draped over him. He's just got two little tiny chains around his neck. That's all. I can understand it though. I can understand why they wouldn't allow that. Here's France. France playing the ball back into the middle of the park. So France have got possession. Plenty of white shirts. They're not closing down. They're just allowing France to come forward. Little bit dangerous. Poland now getting into some kind of shape of a 4-5-1 as they defend this attack. 43rd minute. France just passing it around. Ball coming over to the left-hand side. Kylian involved as the ball is played into the centre. It's headed clear by Poland. Poland got the ball up in the air. Can they get onto the end of it? It comes all the way back over to that left-hand side. France, again, just passing it around. You feel like something's building. There's a ball about to come in here from Hernandez. It's way too long. Goes over everyone's head. Goes out of play. Gets headed away by Poland. Koundé, again, is going to be throwing this in. And he does. France continuing to put the pressure on. It's going to be hard for Poland to deal and live with this. They need to get a hold of this ball. This is a nice period for France right now. As they're continuing to build, you feel like there's going to be a shot or something that's coming. Because they've had the ball for a while and Poland just cannot get it away from their third. Passing it around. Here it is. Shot comes in. Oh, and it's a goal. France scored. It's Olivier Giroud. It was building. It was building. You could sense it was building. Played the ball into the middle. And Giroud slots it home. And that is heartbreaking for Poland. That is heartbreaking. It was building and building and building. And there it was. So, yeah, Giroud scores. Don't know who got the assist. We'll have a look in a second, but ball finds its way to Giroud. He is now the all-time leading goal scorer for France. No one has scored more goals for France than Giroud. It's a lovely little through ball there, and it's slotted home. I think it is Kylian, is it? It might be Mbappe that helps get the assist there. I think it is. I think it is Mbappe that plays that through ball into Giroud. And Giroud slots it home. Past the keeper, right into the corner. Heartbreaking. The only thing I would say is you would rather concede just before halftime than just after halftime. And boom, goal. Giroud, inevitable. Mbappe with the assist. Here come Poland. It'd be great if they could immediately respond. So, there we go. Mbappe getting the assist. You had one job, Poland. You had one job. Mbappe with the assist. The Poland defender's effort was pathetic, says Michael. He didn't even see the goal, but he just hit it, says Tharuka. Ball is in the side net in there by Poland. In the side netting. Deanna said, if a genie said to you, England can win the next 2 World Cups, but you can't watch WWE again, but if you decline, England will never win a World Cup, what would you do? I'd take the World Cups. Easy. Nothing is bigger than England winning the World Cup to me. And I don't know that I'll ever see it in my life. So I would take England winning the World Cup over pretty much anything. Ball is dropped there by Hugo Lloris. Tharuka said that goal was a long time coming. Martin said, very nice France goal. Boom, look at that. Diving onto the ball. Giroud is the most underrated player in recent years with Edin Dzeko, says Dortnight. Right, we've got the ball coming over to the left-hand side. It's a couple of minutes. Ronaldo is going to take credit for that goal, says Daniel. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, and he should as well. He should. He got as much of a touch on that as he did the one that he tried to claim. Ball being played back goes all the way back to Hugo Lloris. Days, you could then watch Impact and AEW, so it's all good, says Tortnight. Ball is in the center of the park, goes over everyone's heads. And it is with, is that a French foul? We've had our couple of minutes, and I think, is that going to be the end of the half? Boom. Done. End of the half. James said, I would give up all wrestling for England to win the World Cup. I don't think these people understand how important this is, do they? I don't think these people realise how desperately we are for England to win the World Cup. Charlie said, how is Mama Day? She's doing all right. I don't know where she is, actually. She's popped out today, so I actually don't know where she's gone. I hope she's well. If she's watching, I hope you're safe. But yeah, last time I saw her, she was all right. So there we go then. Fantastic first half. Really enjoyed that. I thought there was lots of action, lots of incident. We had free kicks, we had corners, we had pressure by both teams. We had a big moment for Poland. We knew that they would regret it. I didn't realise they'd regret it so quickly. But, yeah, that's save and then clearance off the line. Hearts in the mouth stuff for France, but they've got that lead. 1-0. Still very much in it, of course. Still very much in it, Poland. But it's going to be an even tougher task now for them, unfortunately. James said, I'd give up food and drink for England to win the World Cup. The World Cup is important, says Saruka. Sucker blow for Poland just before halftime. Yeah, the thing is, you always hear people saying it's the worst time to concede. I completely disagree. Because I think that they are going to go and they are going to go in at halftime. There's going to be team talk. They're going to G each other up. They're going to be like, come on, we can do this. Come on, guys. They've got all the subs there going, come on. Like, they'll get that confidence back, that enthusiasm back, that momentum back. They'll have all of that, So, yeah, Giroud scoring on the 43rd. Poland will go in disappointed. They can have that team talk now. They can obviously talk about how to get back in the game. They know the game plan. The game plan now is not to sit back and defend. They're going to have to go forward. You would think that that's probably going to give France more opportunities, though. I mean, this is a good situation for France to be in. So it feels like it's going to give them, as we said, more opportunity. But, yeah, either way, it's going to set up a very interesting second half. Akinleia said, I want Argentina to win the World Cup. Deanna said, who's bigger, Tyson Fury or Wilder? Fury by a mile. I think Fury, because all over the world, the name Fury holds weight, but my friend in the UK is sure it's AJ. Well, Tyson Fury's bigger than Wilder. I think because AJ's lost those couple of fights to Usyk and he doesn't have his belts anymore, and Fury does. Fury has took this opportunity to sell out Wembley and then sell out Tottenham. I feel like the momentum is all with Fury. I think people know AJ, but I think people know Tyson Fury as well. So I would say that Fury right now is the bigger of the two. With AJ coming off 2 losses, Fury coming off 2 wins. And not only just 2 wins, but wins that have happened at Wembley Stadium and Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's expensive, the hotel and flight prices. Do you think it's ever affordable again? What for? What do you mean? What's going to be affordable again? Good first half. Got me woken up properly now, said Aubrey Edwards, dancing on wrestling's grave. Yeah, hopefully we get something as interesting as that in the second half. Fortune H says, ball possession, France 95, Poland 5. It's actually not that bad. We've got it on screen. It's 56-44. It does feel like it's all France, but it's actually a little closer than you would think it is. They're showing that it's 56-44. Poland had 2 shots on target. France had 5 shots on target. 1-0 France leading over Poland. France are ranked 4th in the world. Poland are ranked 26th. On paper, this is a game that France should win and win relatively comfortably, but I don't think that first half was, I don't know if you can call it comfortable. They were certainly the better team, France. But expected goals, you know how much we love to look at that. They've got France 0.89 and they've got Poland 0.76. Looking at all the stats, that's where we are with expected goals. So 0.89 and 0.76. So really quite close, actually. But I think the expected goal says that 1-0 is probably about fair. So I feel like this scoreline's probably about fair. Carlin, 1985 Gareth says you're doing a great job. But Carlin, 1985 Gareth, shout out to you, buddy. Appreciate the kind words. Hope you are enjoying being in the pub. This is just the starter, of course. This is just the warm-up before we get to our main game, which is going to be England versus Senegal. It's going to be a tricky game, that, for England. There's going to be some heart-in-mouths moments, I'm sure. But can they... it'd be great if they could just make it comfortable, wouldn't it? It'd be great if they come out and just bang 1 goal, bang 2 goals, bang 3 goals within the first 10 minutes. That would be lovely. That would be lovely. If England are watching, if you could do that, that would be so appreciated. What I definitely don't need is extra time and penalties. Definitely don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Like, my heart doesn't need that. My voice doesn't need that. So I know people are probably hoping that's what we get, but I'm really hoping it doesn't go that way. The only thing that would be positive is if England did win a penalty shootout. That would give them great confidence. If they were to win a shootout. And last time they had a shootout, they lost it, of course, to Italy. So if they did go to shootout and win it, that would be a nice boost. But to be honest, before you play France, you don't really want to have a game that goes 120 and then do penalties. You know, you want to be as fresh as possible. Moldy, hello. Hope you are well. Bonkers said I was 22nd in Tapology. I didn't watch. I fell asleep. What is the most meaningful WWE figure in your collection? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what I could say is the most meaningful. I mean, I know that the page with the Divas belt and the women's belt, NXT belt and the women and the Divas belt, that one, that is the first figure I got, the first Mattel figure. So that means quite a bit, that one. And I love the Hogan. I love the defining moments Hogan. I don't know what it is about that, but I just love that figure. I think it's just so iconic. Like Hulkamania, we were talking about it earlier. I just think like Hulkamania just was wrestling for me, really, when I was young. Undertaker was around, sure, but Hogan was just always the talk. It was always Hogan. So I think having that figure's pretty cool. So it'd probably be one of those two. Joe said, I hope England don't lose today. Same. Lee said, a lot of people are underestimating Senegal. I think England get really tested. Yeah. I don't disagree. I think that Senegal are going to be really tricky and it's not going to be straightforward. I think England are fully aware of that. But I think also when England looked at the draw, I think you would have thought to yourself, well, chances are England do finish top and chances are Senegal finish second. And I think on pretty much everyone's brackets that they were working out, I think they pretty much had England versus Senegal. So this is a game that we've seen coming. This is a game that we're aware of. I think that everything's going for England the way you expected. Thought that we would top the group and we did. Thought we would get Senegal and we are. Expect to get France in the next round. Looks like it's going to happen if we get through and they do get through as well. So far, it's all going as expected. I think the only thing really that's not quite gone the way we thought is we expected Spain to go over to the other side of the draw. And of course, they've come over to England's side of the draw. So that's the only thing that you would say is maybe not going the way that you would expect. But other than that, it's all pretty much what was expected. And I think people are expecting England to go out to France. So, I mean, it's in England's hands. England have been building for this moment for 6 years. Like, this is, if you're not ready now, I don't know if you'll ever be ready, to be honest. England have been building and working towards this for a long, long time. A long, long time. So I take that approach, that, this is going to be hard. But England come in as one of the favourites, and England come in with, I don't know what kind of expectation. I suppose expectation of getting to the quarterfinals. Anything after that, I think, is seen as a success. Senegal without Mane is a lot easier. That is true. France will retain the World Cup, says MD Hamza. Charlie said, what was your reaction when Bray returned at Fastlane? I genuinely don't know, but it's probably on the channel. It's probably on the channel. That's almost certain on the channel. And what do you mean by Fastlane? Do you mean like when he came back to build towards the match with Randy? I mean, we certainly did the watch along for that. Dragon Slayer said, I just turned 21. What is your favourite alcoholic drink to have? I don't know, to be honest. I've gone through different phases in my life. So when I was like really young, I think a lot of people get into cider in the UK because I think lager's got like an acquired taste. You can get used to the taste of lager and really start enjoying it. But when you first get into alcohol, I don't know that too many people are trying lager and like really enjoying it. So I remember like being a student and being into cider. But then like, you start getting into lager and you start exploring that world. And so then, I really got into the things like Red Stripe. I really like Red Stripe, the Jamaican beer. So really like that. Obviously, Budweiser, drunk tons of that. Drunk tons of Carlin as well. So just things along those lines. But then as I've got older, I've like had a look at some spirits. Really like a nice rum and coke, a nice whiskey and coke. So into a few different spirits. And at the moment, to be honest, I don't drink because of all the streaming that we do. So I don't like drink because like obviously I need to be alert and fresh. And I need to be alert and fresh for the next day as well because we stream. So when I finish streams, I don't tend to drink. I don't have a drink. I just tend to have like a water or something like that and go to bed, wake up, boom, do the next day. What I have had a few times, though, in the recent month is Baileys. So I've been having like a Baileys, like an Irish cream. And that's kind of nice because it's kind of nice and soothing on the throat because obviously it's like a cream. But obviously it's got a little bit of an alcohol kick to it as well. And Baileys is just so easy to drink, man. So, I've been drinking some of that at the moment. So, I don't know, like maybe on Christmas Day I might have a nice IPA. Do like a nice IPA, an Indian Pale Ale. It's got a nice kind of sharpness to it. It's quite refreshing. I kind of like those. So, yeah, I might have something like that. Might have whiskey and coke. Might have a rum and coke. Might have Baileys. I was looking at some different Irish creams, actually. Some different, you can get like strawberry flavour and loads of different ones. I mean, I just tend to have the normal. But I could maybe venture off into that world and try a few different things. But, I don't think anything there that's that unusual. My favourite is Moosehead. If you see it in the off license, it's worth a try. I've never heard of that. What is it? What's Moosehead? Pure sabotage settings to play Kunde as a right back when he's a centre back. France has got such strong, talented nation. Why play players out of position? You always make your team weaker, says Davids. Do you like White Russians? I do, but I really do, but I can't be bothered to make them. So White Russian is something that I would have. My brother loves them, so if he ever comes over and he's doing one, he'll always do me one as well. But he doesn't really do them that often. But if you've got the ingredients for one and you ask him to do one, he'll always do them because he loves them, so he'll quite happily have one. But I can't be bothered, to be honest. I can't be bothered to do them. To be honest, I don't quite know what's in them. I know there's like whiskey and cream and there's some other like liqueur or something that's in there. But to be honest, it's the kind of thing that if I was to go to a cocktail bar, I would order it and enjoy it and have it. But I'm making it at home. Forget that. You can buy them, actually. You can buy them ready-made, White Russians. But I think they're not the cheapest because obviously there's a fair few ingredients to them and they've been pre-made. Ledge Killer said, I'm looking forward to England game today. Let's go England. Martin said, Moosehead is a very nice Canadian beer. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Long Island iced tea is good. It's got 5 different alcohols, lemon juice, syrup, cola mixed together. Yeah, I have had one of those. I found that quite refreshing, quite sharp. Certainly knew I was having a drink. But yeah, I agree. I do. It's not one that I've had often. There used to be a really great cocktail bar in Birmingham, which has sadly now closed down. It closed down because of the pandemic and lockdown, and they, felt the effects of that. And I used to live quite close to it, so I'd go to work and then I'd meet up with some friends in there, and it was great. I mean, quite expensive, as most cocktail bars are, of course. And obviously it takes a while for the drinks to get made, so you can wait at the bar for like a long, long time, but really good. When you actually get your drinks and sit down, really enjoyable. Really, really enjoyable. I was having things like old-fashioned, White Russians, Long Island iced teas, things along those lines. Right, we are underway with the second half then, my friends. We are underway. Let's see where we get to with this game. What can Poland do to get back into this game? What can they do? Because they're going to have to push forward, but obviously the further forward they push, the more that they are leaving themselves open at the back, the more opportunity that is going to present to France. So we are underway. We've got Poland going from left to right, and we've got France going from right to left. And we have got a throw-in for France, first minute into their own half. So Poland missing that big chance in the first half. Really, this could be 1-1. Could be 2-1 as well. We keep obviously going back to that Olivier Giroud moment. Great tackle. Lovely tackle, and that's kept in. Ref's going to give him a yellow card for that, though. I actually thought that was a really good tackle. It looked to me like he'd won the ball. Referee isn't interested. So the Polish player gets yellow carded. But let's have a little look here. Does he win the ball? Chases after it. Yeah, I don't see the problem with that. I don't see the problem. Does he get the ball? He gets the ball. He gets the ball. He touches the ball. Yeah, Dembele goes down afterwards. I don't see that as an issue personally, but it's a free kick to France in quite a dangerous position. Edge of the area. Griezmann standing over the ball. And he's going to look to play the ball in. Let's go. Polska goal, said Jack. I don't, well, maybe. I mean, hopefully. But at the moment, we've got some defending to do here for Poland. This is going to be whipped in. He could shoot directly from there, of course. Referee coming in, just having a words. We've got a 2-man, 3-man wall. Second goal here, you'd have to think would probably kill this for Poland. Would probably kill this. France take the shot, and it's cleared off the line. Follow-up comes in, and that is not very good at all by Hernandez. So it was whipped in by Griezmann. I think he took a direct shot. Szczesny punches the ball away. And the follow-up shot that came in was very poor. Varane was trying to get his head onto that. No joy. And here's Poland bringing the ball out from the back, being put under pressure. Long searching ball forwards. Okay, they survive. Easy99 says, with ground goal, he is now Giroud's goal. He is now top scorer in French football history. Right, we've got the ball over on the right-hand side. It's being burst forward here by Dembele. Dembele just putting too much onto that. So he knocked the ball forward. He was trying to chase onto it, but Szczesny was able to come out and jump onto that ball. Here is Poland. Poland locking the ball down at the right-hand side. No one could get on the end of that. It's going to be a throw-in for France. And we're seeing the French players warming up. So Hernandez throwing the ball in. Ball coming to the French defence. So they knock the ball back to the goalkeeper. So the keeper has got the ball. He launches the ball forwards, comes into the middle of the park, and Poland pick up the ball. So Poland win the ball back. 4 minutes into the second half, and France have had a real good opportunity. Poland, though, looking to build and create something themselves. There was Matty Cash. Matty Cash in a hole. Look at the space. Look at the space Matty Cash has got. Get the ball to Matty Cash. Oh, my God. Matty Cash just... There's not a French player within a mile of Matty Cash. If they'd have found that ball to Matty Cash, they could have got some real joy down that right-hand side. Matty Cash, again, gets the other side of Mbappe. Look at Matty Cash. He's got his hand up. Get the ball to Matty Cash. Oh, my God. Matty Cash is trying to get onto the end of that ball. Hernandez brings it away. Here is Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe trying to beat the man. He can't get past him. Here's Lewandowski. Lewandowski plays the ball back, knocks it back to Lewandowski. Lewandowski trying to bring the ball forwards, but there's plenty of blue shirts around. And again, it gets knocked over to Lewandowski. The ball comes back to Matty Cash. Matty Cash into Lewandowski. Lewandowski back to Matty Cash. Lewandowski jogs forwards. Matty Cash, lovely turn. Lovely turn. This is a small opportunity potentially here. For Poland, trying to weave their way into the heart of the French defence, but France clear the ball. Chesney comes out. Poland looking to keep that pressure on. But yeah, Matty Cash has been open a couple of times on this right-hand side, on this near side. They're just not spotting him, not getting the ball to him. If your captain hasn't done well and the player is locked, you can change your captain to a player who hasn't played, but it can only be done once. I have left it on Messi. I'm not going to gamble. I'm not a gambling man. I'm going to leave it on Messi. So I had Messi as captain. He ended up scoring. Good enough for me. I think as long as your captain does something, as long as he does something, an assist, a goal, then I don't think you can ask for much more than that. So good info, James. Appreciate it. I'm gonna stick with what I've got. Sean said, I can remember England, Denmark when you had a whole bottle of Jack Daniels, played guitar, lost your phone. What a night that was. Jeez, that was a mess. I was a mess that night. I think I was a mess during the final as well. That was amazing. Who knows what will happen if we get to a World Cup semi-final, World Cup final this time around. Yeah, that was pretty full on the Euros. Ball is coming over to Matty Cash, but it can't quite reach him. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe's picked up the ball, starting to surge forwards. Lovely through ball to Rabiot. The ball is played back, and Poland get it clear. But lovely little link-up play there between Rabiot and Mbappe. Sonny said, I've just come to say hello. I've not slept. And that's thanks to a large ice cap I had last night. You've not slept? Sonny, shout out to you. Would you say loose cash? I would. Wrote them. I would say there is some loose cash available for Poland to have fun with. Ball is being played over to that right-hand side for France on the far side. They are coming forward with Ousmane Dembele. Don't forget, after this, we are, 37 minutes away from this game ending, potentially. After this, we will look to, as quickly as possible, go over to the England game. Ball is coming over to Hernandez. Martin said, I know you don't have time for Premier League watch-alongs, but could you fit in Champions League? I don't think so, to be honest. I mean, the lesson that we learn is that you just don't get anywhere unless you do it all the time. So it's not even so much like a chance of like fitting stuff in. We probably would have done another season if the channel was like getting somewhere, but the community was not growing. If anything, towards the end of the season, it was like in a bit of a decline. Here's France. Ball in the middle. Cleared by Poland. It was just in a bit of decline because, of course, at the start, it's new. People are checking it out and they're joining, like, the channel and everything. But as the season goes on, and you do more and more games and things become familiar, it's just like with anything in life, isn't it? It settles down. And as it settled down, like, you just started to realize, well, you have to do this all the time. You have to do, like, Champions League games and previews. You have to do, like, breakdowns of teams. You have to do player profiles, kit reviews, breaking news. Like, it's not just a case of doing the streams. You've got to do all of that stuff as well because you are competing against other channels, basically, that do all of that stuff. So it's really difficult. That's why, really, like, you just have to focus on wrestling, or you just have to focus on football, or you just have to focus on, like, one thing. Obviously, this is an exception because it's the World Cup and it comes around every 4 years. So this is very much an exception, but loving it, absolutely loving it. I'm really pleased with the fact that we've done this, and it's great that so many people are joining us and enjoying the watch-alongs. Ball comes back for France. It's up in the air on the edge of the area and trying to clear it there by Poland. France are continuing to put pressure on. Mbappe knocking the ball over to Hernandez. Ball coming into Mbappe, but there's no blue shirt in there. And Poland looking to bring the ball away, but Poland being sloppy. Once again, giving the ball away, finds its way to Mbappe. Mbappe on the near side, cutting into the middle. Shot comes in, bounces wide. That easily could have deflected and found its way going into the corner. Instead, it gets deflected and it ends up shooting wide. The Brazil team ain't all that and a bag of chips, says Jellyheads. Well, France looking at the moment to see if they can get this second. Mbappe is a real troublemaker, and he is a real problem. Here is France looking to try and whip this in. Then they've had 7 corners to Poland's 1. We are just over 10 minutes into this second half. 10 minutes into this second half. Ball's going to be played in. So it's whipped into the middle. It's up in the air. Falls down and again played into the middle. Keeper comes out, punches it away. Overhead kick and it's put in. It's a really nice overhead kick, but referee has already blown the whistle. I think there was a foul there. Olivier Giroud with an overhead kick. And he would love that goal to stand, but I think the ref had already blown the whistle because the goalkeeper was down. There's a Polish player that's down. Is that Matty Cash? Might be, Cash might be down. And honestly, if they lose Szczesny, that could be a real problem, He does really twist his back and he's in quite a bit of pain. So Szczesny comes out, punches the ball, lands awkwardly. And then all of a sudden starts feeling it. Look, he punches the ball away from Varane. He's up in the air, and as he lands, he sort of twists. And the ball is put in by Giroud, but the ref had already blown the whistle. Giroud's goal break-in to become the best goal scorer in French history with 52 goals. But the Brazil team ain't all that. Let's see what's happening here. A little smile on the face of Giroud. Is feeling a bit cheated. He's feeling a little cheated. Szczesny is back up, though. Szczesny is back up. Looks like he's going to be all right and going to be able to continue. Right, okay, here we go. It's going to be, I don't know what's been awarded here. But it's certainly nothing for France. Looks like this is going to be a free kick, goal kick, something like that. Right. Oh, no, says Deanna. Zidane should be in charge of this French team, says Jellyheads. Man, they'd be proper scary then, They'd be just when you think, how can they get more scary? Put Zidane in charge of them. Yeah, I mean, he wants the job as well, doesn't he? He wants the job. Here's Poland. I think if France were to go out here, I think Deschamps would be gone. I mean, there's rumours Deschamps is gone after this World Cup regardless. Ball in the middle. Poland looking for that shot on the edge of the area. No joy. Here is Poland. Can they get a goal? Can they get an equaliser? Can they find a way back into this game? They've got half an hour to do it. Half an hour to do it. Ball gets played back to Poland in their own half. Over to that left-hand side. Trying to find a way forward. There's plenty of blue shirts back. Here's Poland. But you got to think that Poland will get a chance. They will manage to create something. Going forward, they do have some interesting weapons, of course. It's not like they're completely useless. They've got one of the world's great strikers in Robert Lewandowski. But ball is played over to that left-hand side. It goes down the line, gets passed back. And we're going to see it go into the centre. Carlin, 1985, Gareth, shout out to you. Appreciate that. Really appreciate the support, dudes. Really appreciate the support. Carlin, 1985, Gareth, joining us from the pub, enjoying the action, enjoying the spectacle that is France as they surge forward. Here's Griezmann, playing the ball over. This is looking good for France. Pulling it back. Mbappe, excellent defending. Excellent defending. That is fantastic from Poland. France looking so dangerous. Ball was pulled back into Mbappe, and the player just ran round, took the ball, and went off with it. That was some top-level defending there by Poland. Really impressive stuff. Really impressive. So, yeah, Carlin, 1985, Gareth, really appreciate the support, dude. Really hope you are enjoying the game. And as we said, I think it's been a really entertaining game so far. Easy99 said Zidane rejected a big club offer because he does want the French national team job. Martin said that is great defending. Redemption said we need a miracle for Poland. Well, I feel like they're going to get a chance. The problem is, do they concede a second before they do? If they can keep it 1-0 when that chance arrives, because I'm sure there's going to be one. If it's still 1-0, then that could be interesting. If it's going to be 2-0, 3-0, then obviously we're looking at something a little bit different. But ball going down that right-hand side for France. Lovely little 1-2. Lovely tackle there by number 24, Frankowski, who is able to just disrupt that French attack. But here come France again, and we are into the final half an hour. France have been made to work here for this. It's still only 1-0 at the moment. All of England right now are watching this, praying, pleading for Poland to get an equaliser. They're also praying and pleading that France don't find a second. Here is Mbappe. Mbappe on the ball. We're in the Polish thirds. Motion blur. Your face cam lagged. Oh, okay. It's an interesting new problem. Here we go. We've got France. Ball coming over to the back post. Here is Mbappe. Mbappe is looking to dink the ball into the area. Give and go. Don't know what that was. Mbappe was totally off balance. Knocks the ball out wide. Ball gets played back to the edge of the third. It's still France. This is a lot of pressure that they are applying on Poland at the moment. You feel like Poland really need to get the ball out. It's bouncing around. Lovely little back heel. Mbappe tries to turn. Mbappe goes down. Referee not interested. Referee not interested. Mbappe was looking for the penalty there. He was looking for a penalty. Mbappe wants an answer as to why that wasn't a penalty. Lovely little turn. He tries to beat the man. And, I mean, there's not much to that, in all fairness. He does have his hands on him. But he goes down super easy. Super easy. I don't know if VAR are going to be looking at it. I think they said that there was an offside. It doesn't even look like it's an offside. Some of these decisions are not really going France's way, to be honest. Milik has come on. Seems a bit weird, says Deanna. France seem to be managing the game well right now, says Martin. Well, they are, but they could massively do with a second goal. They are managing it all right, but they could really do with getting that second goal just to give them that breathing space. At the moment now, France going down the left-hand side. Lovely long ball being played forward, and it comes through to the hands of Szczesny. Szczesny throwing it straight back out. Deanna said, I've got a nice TV. There's probably motion blur on my sides. Okay. Harry Kane needs to start scoring tonight, says Jellyheads. Ball being played forward over to Lewandowski. Here's Poland trying to get it into the heart of the French penalty area, but France have got the ball, juggling it around. They come away with it. Here's Rabiot. Rabiot twisting, turning as he's weaving his way out of the French half. That's some lovely play there by France. Ball finding its way over to the right-hand side. And here we have got France trying to build another attack down their right-hand side. Ball gets played back into Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni dinking the ball forward into Koundé. Koundé playing the ball into Giroud, was it? And he puts it wide. So I don't know if he got a touch on it. I think he did. But either way, it ends up going wide, just wide, as he was trying to squeeze that into the near post. Yeah, he does. It's a lovely little flick, actually. He touches it with the outside of his boot. And it's a lovely little flick towards goal, but it's just the wrong side of the post. And I think we're getting a substitution. Tchouaméni is going off. So Tchouaméni is off and Fofana is coming on. So Tchouaméni off and Fofana on for France. Ball being played forward by Szczesny. Still 1-0. Poland very much still in this. Here comes Poland trying to go down that right-hand side. France have got the ball. They're trying to attack as well, but picked up nicely there by Poland. Poland looking to counter. Here is Lewandowski. He's not someone that's blessed with blistering pace. That ball ends up going out, and that is going to be a goal kick to France. That's a wasted chance. 24 minutes left to go here. Lovely work there by Hernandez. Really good work. Days, loving the streams. I'm trying not to be drunk for England. Senegal said around the outsides. Shout out to you, buds. Easy99 said, France's front striker is amazing. Mbappe is really good with pace. Griezmann, when he's with the national team, performs. Dembele improved when Xavi took over. And if Giroud is given a chance, he will score. They do have a very impressive forward line, I agree. And imagine if Benzema was in there as well. Their forward line is scary. But at the moment, their forward line has only managed 1 goal against Poland in 68 minutes. So right now, Poland are still in this game. I would love it if Poland found this equaliser. I want to be a part. Trini, good morning. Hope you are well. James said reports are that our front three is going to be Kane, Foden, and Saka. Longer ball, diagonal ball being picked up by Poland, trying to get it into the centre. Just went over the head of the Polish player. That's unlucky, that is. That is unlucky. We've got 23 minutes to go. 23 minutes to go. Trini said, I just stopped by. I will be back for the England match. Nervy. We've, at the moment, not had any upsets. We've had 3 games in this round of 16. We've not had any upsets yet. And you feel like someone's going to provide an upset. Is it going to be Senegal? Ball being played into the middle. Ball being played forwards. Poland just passing it around. Comes down that left-hand side into the middle. Lovely work. Great work there, actually, by France to win the ball back. They play the ball down the line, but there's no one that can get onto the end of it. No one can get on the end to it. Poland pick up the ball. Still got plenty of time in this game. We've got 22 minutes, and then we've got some added on time as well. So plenty of time for Poland to find this equaliser as they play the ball forwards. Down the wing, gets mopped up by France. France playing the ball into the center of their defense. They're going to bring the ball away. Come on, Lewandowski. Get yourself in the box. Let France know that they are still in a game. Mbappe trying to get past Matty Cash, but Matty Cash deals with Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe cannot get past Matty Cash. And Poland bring the ball out. Poland have got the ball in the middle of the park right now. Dinking it forward. Can they create something? Can they find a shot? It would just be good to see them get a shot off. Here's Matty Cash. He's on the ball. Knocks it forwards. I believe is that Lewandowski. Lewandowski is out quite wide here. Lewandowski is being man-marked. Lewandowski gets charged down. Knocked down. And Lewandowski's really upset there that wasn't like a yellow card or something. And honestly, it's pretty brutal from Upamecano. There, look, we're seeing Matty Cash reading the game. Battling away. Dang, getting the ball. And Mbappe being halted. Right, we're seeing a couple of substitutions. Charlie says, I'm a year 10 student. I'm doing my history homework. You are my only hope that will keep me happy through school. Well, do work hard, my friend. Work hard. I certainly wish I'd done more when I was at school. Let's put it that way. My grades were okay, but I know I definitely could have done a lot better if I applied myself more. And it's one of them. Everyone tells you that, like, you know, your GCSEs and schoolwork are like really important. You go, yeah, whatever. I want to watch the World Cup. I want to do this. I want to do that. It is kind of true, to be honest. You do need those grades, really, if you want to go to college and then do certain courses and all that kind of stuff. So it is true. So work hard, my friends. It might be dull. It might be boring, but it does pay off in the long run. Ball is up in the air, and it goes over the bar by Poland. It's a mini opportunity. It's a baby chance. Baby chance da 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 da. Baby chance da 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 da. Baby chance da 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 da. Baby chance. Daddy chance da 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 da. Right. Callum said, "Say my name." Callum, shout out to you. Legend Killer says, "Come on, France." Martin said, "Great play by Lewandowski, winning that free kick." Deanna said, "France is a very polite country. It's not in their religion to smash them. It's not Khabib. They just want to win and have fun." France just want to have fun. That was the Lost Cyndi Lauper song. The follow-up to Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Right, Poland have got the ball. How long have we got? We got 18 minutes. 18 minutes as Poland play the ball over to the left-hand sides. Poland trying to find a way back into this game. They've got time. With added on time, it's probably going to be over 20 minutes that they've got. So they do have time, but what they don't have is they don't have chances. They have not been creating chances. They've been having little half chances, but it feels like they need something juicy. Give them something juicy. Poland trying to get on the end of the ball. That goes out. Looks like it's going to be a Polish throw. Throw into Poland. Edge of the penalty box. Lewandowski is chasing after it, but France are looking to break. Here is Kylian. Kylian keeping the ball in, and he's just put too much on that. Too much on that, and it's mopped up by Poland. Kylian looking a little bit frustrated. Kylian is frustrated. That's always good. Seeing Kylian getting a little bit upset with himself. His touch was just a bit too heavy, and Poland were in and able to mop it up. Come on, Poland. Come on, Poland. And here we go. Ball being played into the centre. Matty Cash is open again. Matty Cash is open. Ball comes to Matty Cash. That's good. That's good. And he plays the ball into feet. It's up in the air. Can they get a shot off? Can they get a shot off? Oh, France just clear it. The ball was bouncing around the French penalty box. But no Polish player could get a foot on it and just smash it towards goal. Here come France, though. Kylian and marked edge of the area. takes his time and a shot and scores. Kylian Mbappe scores for France. He had all the time in the world. And there are celebrations. There's a little bit of looking around. I mean, I feel like he's onside. And I feel like that's France. And it feels like it's game over. And Kylian Mbappe, frustrated. He is frustrated no more. He pops up with a goal. He had all the time in the world. The mark in there was not brilliant. And it looks like it is going to be the winner of England-Senegal are going to have to deal with Kylian Mbappe and France. It was all from an attack by Poland. They went down the other end. They were trying to score. That ball is launched forwards. Picked up by Giroud, is it? Goes over to Dembele, I think. And then it gets played over to Kylian. He has all the time in the world. It's a stunning finish, you know. It's a stunning finish. He has all the time in the world. He gets himself set and he just rifles it. You could maybe make the argument that Szczesny should have done a little better with it, but I think it's just a great finish there by Mbappe. Hearts have broken in Poland. Poland are staring an exit in the face right now. Hangman Cruz said, end the game now. Put us out of our misery. Redemption said, before that goal, I was actually going to say Poland have done a decent job of keeping Mbappe quiet. Dembele and Giroud have gone off. They have gone off. Their job is done. The smiles all on that French bench. Kingsley Coman and Thuram have come on for France. Balance says the best Polish player has been the goalkeeper. Kian said, I don't want France in the quarterfinal. Well, let's get out the round of 16 first. Then we'll deal with France after. Ball is going straight out of play. It's not over till it's over, says Charlie. Well, that's true. I mean, a goal for Poland now would be interesting. But this does feel like it's... God, the power that he generates. The power that he's able to generate is stunning. Edge of the area, takes a moment, takes a touch, has a little look, checks his watch, has a bite to eat, calls a friend, watches a movie, then he decides, I'm going to score, gets it all set up perfect, and then just rifles it home. I mean, he has got so much time. It's absolutely ridiculous that you wouldn't mark Kylian Mbappe in the penalty box like that. But, you know, I mean, look, they're constantly looking for space. They're constantly looking for pockets to exploit. And he got into a bit of space, had a bit of time, and bang, rifled it home. Lovely finish. Got to give credit where it's due. It's a lovely finish. Days, France will do what French always do. They will surrender to the English. Oh, James, I hope you're right, mate. I mean, we need to get past Senegal first. I mean, there's every chance that Senegal could dump England out. I am a little bit nervous now the game is getting closer. Just because there has not been an upset yet. There's not been an upset, and I think there's every chance there will be an upset. Here's Poland. Low ball. Trying to get it into Lewandowski. Is it Lewandowski? No, trying to get it into Milik. But it just got caught underneath his feet and he ends up just knocking it wide. Disappointing. Need better touches with only 12 minutes to go and being 2 goals down. I saw the moon last night. It was very pretty, said Sonny. He scored his 8 World Cup goals and he's only 23. He is nuts, says Easy99. But being knocked on here by France here is Kylian. Kylian, one of the world's best players right now. Maybe the world's best player right now. It's him. It's Haaland. Kylian stepping over the ball. Playing it into Rabiot. This game is now being played at like a walking pace at the moment. Ball is being played back to Hernandez. Redemption said Senegal and Morocco have the best chances of an upset. Is Mbappe the youngest to score 8 goals at a World Cup? I don't know, to be honest. He might be. I know that he was level with Pele. I think to score 7 before the age of 23. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen any tables as to the youngest players to get 8 goals. I mean, 23 is stunning. So, yeah, he could be. Ball is being passed around at the moment by France. It's just like a training session for them now for these final 10 minutes. Senegal, I am fishy-wishy. I still think England have got better players than France, says Zakaria. 32nd goal for Mbappe with the national team. That is more than Zidane, and he's only 23, said Steve. That is mental. All of these numbers coming through for Mbappe are just mental. Ball being played forward, and it gets passed back. Now it's coming over to the wing. Does that put him in the lead now? Was that his 4th goal of this tournament? It might be his 4th goal, mightn't it? Now, he would love to add to that. Of course he would. Thuram is over there. We're seeing Poland still battling away. Jeremiah said Mbappe was busy watching Bray updates from wrestling days. That's what took him so long. Mbappe is an alien. Haaland is a robot. Those two will be the top 2 after Ronaldo and Messi. Mbappe standing over the ball. But looks like Griezmann has come over. There's a free kick here for France. Free kick for France. France would love to add to their tally, of course. Cutting on the insides. Twisting, turning, tackle coming in there. Shot comes in. It goes over the bar by France. France are just having fun at this stage. They've got smiles on their faces. So France just having a great time. James said Pele is still the youngest at 17 years old. Right, here's Poland coming forward. Ball being played over to the right-hand side. They've got just over 8 minutes and added on time. What can they do? What can they do? What can they do? Can they get a goal? If they're going to get into this game, they need a goal like ASAP. They've not been creating too many chances. And sadly, Poland give the ball away there. French player goes down. Looks like it's going to be a free kick to France in their own half. Smile on the face of Lewandowski. If Haaland was in the World Cup, how many goals would he score? Pele is like, wow, I can't believe my record has been broken. Lee says Mbappe is going to get the golden boots. Deschamps is watching on. I should imagine he's a little bit more relieved now than he's been for most of this game. I would imagine that Paris and France are a little bit more relieved now. They'll be watching intently this next game. Of course, whoever wins between England and Senegal are going to go on to play the winners of this. And of course, with just over 7 minutes to go, it looks like that's going to be France. But Poland playing the ball over to the left-hand side. Hello, Louis. Hope you are well. Hope you are well. Ball is going to be thrown in here by Poland. Gets knocked down the line. Poland dinking the ball into the middle. Goes back to their defence. Poland have got to build something. They've got to build it quick. Comes to Matty Cash. They're deep in their own half at the moment, Poland. Launching a lovely diagonal ball over, but too much on it and it goes straight out. Too much on it and it goes straight out of play there by Matty Cash. It's going to be a throw into France. Koundé is going to take it. Easy99 said Haaland scored 9 goals against Honduras during the under-23 Norway game. Ball is over on the right-hand side. Dortnight said hard to know how many Lewandowski scores. Depends if Norway drew big nations. Lewandowski would score more for France than Poland in a tournament. That's true. It does depend how many people you've got around you, doesn't it? Off topic, a friend of mine said Braun Strowman might be in a storyline He could be the forgotten son of Undertaker. Is this true? I haven't heard that. Ball going down the line. And it gets passed all the way back to the goalkeeper. France are playing it out from the back. Goes down the right-hand side. We're into the final 6 minutes. France are just playing a game of keep ball. And they're just passing it around. So Poland just getting really frustrated. They can't get onto the ball. France, just really a training session for them since that second goal went in. And that's been about 10 minutes now, you know. Anyone can score against Honduras, says James. Paul said, I'm watching Browns against Texans. Have fun. I am going to be watching through my fingers England against Senegal, that game coming up after this. France whipping the ball into the penalty area. And no French player can get onto that. Kylian Mbappe was battling away trying to win the ball, but he doesn't. And he's being a little bit petulant there as he charged into the Polish player, knocked him down. Okay, well, Mbappe not happy with the referee's decision on that one. Szczesny has got the ball, and honestly, this game has just lost a little summer, hasn't it, since that second goal? I think this game was really exciting until that second goal went in. Poland, we keep saying it, they've got to find a goal. They need to find it now. And they've only had 2 shots on target. I think both of them came in the first half. I need someone to put me to sleep for a few hours, says Sonny. Japan against Croatia. Brazil versus South Korea. Those are the other 2 games on the left-hand side of the draw. In fact, we can have a look at the bracket whilst we're just watching a replay of Kylian Mbappe's goal. So that's how it looks. So we know that Netherlands have gone through. We know that Argentina have gone through. We know that France are currently going through. And France will play the winner of England and Senegal. That game coming up next. I don't know what the games are tomorrow. Is that what we were talking about? Is tomorrow the Japan-Croatia games and Brazil-South Korea? So we'll find out the left-hand side then potentially tomorrow. All of the quarterfinals. Right now it's Netherlands, Argentina, and France versus we don't know. And then tomorrow we'll find out if Brazil go through past South Korea. I'm sure they will. And who goes through out of Japan and Croatia? I'm not sure. And then we've got some juicy games. I think Spain, Morocco, and Portugal, Switzerland are going to be absolutely fascinating. I think both of those games are going to be really... Switzerland have definitely got it in them to cause Portugal problems. Morocco have been a real unknown entity. So I don't know quite what to expect from them against Spain. So, yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting as we continue with the World Cup. Ball is going out. Looks like it's going to be a throw in here for Poland. Poland are going to have a throw. So, throw in for Poland down the line. And it's still 2-0 to France. Long ball. Going all the way over to the other side. France coming forwards. And Poland just cannot create chances. Polish player's going to get booked there. It's going to be a yellow card for Matty Cash. Yellow card for Matty Cash. He absolutely collided into the French player who was bursting forwards. So Matty Cash picks up a yellow card. He will miss the next match if he played it, but I don't think that's going to be a concern. Morocco, Spain is close, but Spain will win. Portugal, Switzerland, I think Portugal wins, says Sonny. Japan, Croatia would finish 1-1. Croatia win on penalties is my guess. Zakaria said England, France, Spain, and Portugal will go through. Big Guy said France will destroy England if they go through later. Sonny said Japan to win, and I think Brazil, South Korea will be close, but Brazil pick up the win. Easy99 said Lewandowski needs a sparring assist partner that will get him to score goals. At Bayern, he's got Gnabry and Müller. In Barcelona, he's got Dembele and Rafinha. 89th minute, ball being passed around on the halfway line by France. As we said, this has been a training game for quite a while now for them. So they're just passing it about. Comes over to the left-hand side. Kylian Mbappe would love to add to his tally, but handshakes up in the boxes. The FIFA presidents and people watching on as France play the ball back to their defence. Don't know how much added on time there's going to be. It doesn't feel like there needs to be loads, in all fairness. Ball being launched forward by Hugo Lloris. And is headed out of that Polish defence. Ball bouncing around. I think Brazil, South Korea is going to be an interesting game. You should not sleep on that, said Nadula. Long Beach Hippie said, Cleveland in England is worse than Cleveland, Ohio. It's hard to believe. Do you live near Cleveland? I didn't even know we had a Cleveland in England. If we do, it's only going to be a small place. A little, I don't even think it's a town. I've never even heard of it. It must be a little village or something. Shot comes in, and it's a goal. It's a goal, and it is Mbappe again. Mbappe gets another goal. That is their third. Kylian Mbappe gets his second. That's exactly what he wanted, and I think that moves him to 5 goals. And honestly, it's starting to look like, obviously, France are going through, but it's also starting to look like Kylian Mbappe might be the Golden Boot winner. That is, this is a big statement. It's a big win. Kylian Mbappe is full of confidence. 16 goals in his last 14 matches for France. And look at that, 3-0 against Poland in the round of 16. France are here at this World Cup, and they are firing on all cylinders. They are sending a real scary message. Not to England, but just to the world. We don't give a flip. Going to mess them up. Can't wait to taste Mbappe tears. I might have that on my Christmas dinner. A sprinkling of Mbappe tears. But England do need to get past Senegal first. Thuram with the assist. Melissa Rose said, makes it look easy. Right, there really does not need to be much added on time here, does there? They really don't need to be faffing around. I don't even know if they've announced how much added on time there is, to be honest. Ball goes wide, 5 added minutes, and we've had 2 of them. Poland have just not looked like scoring. They haven't even looked like scoring in this half. This is the closest we could get to the Brazilian Ronaldo, said Dortnight. Nadula said, I feel for Poland. Kian said that hand gesture from Mbappe, it made me laugh. He really is the best in the world right now. Cleveland is a town near Newcastle, says Forever Reds. Legend Killer says 5 minutes left to go. Fortune said Senegal are going to beat England. Zakaria said that looked easy. Here is France surging forwards. If they can get another, they'll just eat goals up for fun. But at the moment, it is the 93rd minute. We've got 2 minutes to go. Would you class Morocco beating Spain as a bigger shock than Saudi Arabia beating Argentina? I would, because I think to do it in the round of 16 is completely different to do it in the group stages. I also think that there's something weird about the first game. The first game is just like you're just getting started in the tournament. You haven't quite clicked. You're at that point you're a bunch of individuals, so you're having to like play yourself into like form really and into like a team. And so I always feel like upsets are most likely in that very first game. And I mean the upsets in the third games are because they were playing weakened teams, and as a result, loads of players that hadn't been playing together again. So in a way, it's sort of like being the first game for the teams again, you know. Ball is up in the air. Bicycle kick. Great save by Hugo Lloris. Great save. Lovely getting down and pushing it round the post. But yeah, I think that it would be bigger because it would actually send a country home. And I don't think people were expecting Morocco to get through. If you actually look at like FIFA rankings and everything, it probably wouldn't be. But for me, to do it in the round of 16 and to send a country like Spain out, I would regard that as a bigger upset. Right, let's get stats up. We are in the 95th minute. It's safe to say if Mbappe ever loses his pace, he could still just stand around and take shots, and the keeper would have no chance. Skaria said there's also a Cleveland in Germany and Poland. Kian said it's hard to think that we would beat France if we get past Senegal. I don't see it happening. Well, the only thing I would say to you is that for how long? 75 minutes, Poland were losing 1-0. And they did manage to get some chances to level. You'd have to think if England get a chance, they would take it. So if England were to play this game, there's potentially a chance that it would have been 1-1 rather than 1-0. And, you know, it becomes a very different game at that point. It becomes a very different game. You know, I sort of feel like 3-0 Poland, 3-0 to France. It does flatter them. I don't know that we can say France deserve to win this 3-0. They've been the better team, but expected goals is only 1.3. Expected goals is only, if you look at the numbers, it only expects France to have 1 or 2 goals. Certainly, I think the third flatters them. I think 2-0, I think, is fair. 3-0, it flatters France a little bit, but I don't begrudge it them. There's a possible penalty check here for Poland. The referee is going to have a little look at the monitor. So there is a possible penalty. Is it too late to make Mbappe my captain, says Wrestle with Andy. Yeah, it would have been nice, wouldn't it? I must admit, I said earlier, though, if my captain does something, then I don't take the risk. So I'm quite happy with my decision. But I think if you did have Mbappe as captain, then, you know, you've massively benefited. We're just seeing the ball comes in and it hits off the arm. Don't know, that's hard to say, isn't it? If that is... Oof, it's hard to say. I mean, I feel like it probably does touch his arm, in all fairness. He's had a look, and it's a penalty. Every time they go to the screen, they give a flipping penalty. Every time they go to the screen, they give a penalty. So it is a penalty to Poland. Guys, they just need to score this and then 2 more, and they're right back in this game. Right back in this game. A goal here and then 2 more. Amazing. Never lucky with French defenders in my fantasy team, said Rage Kids. Here is Lewandowski then. Lewandowski. Skaria said England-France could be 0-0 and go to penalties. Both are strong. Here we go. Lewandowski over the ball. We're into the 98th minute. And Lewandowski misses. Absolutely fluffs the penalty. Absolutely fluffs the penalty. But I think, is it going to get taken again? Is it going to get taken again? There's quite a bit of anger there. I think there was encroachment. Lewandowski's going to get another go, you know. I think Lewandowski's going to get another go. And let's have a little look. Yeah, the players are in. Well into the penalty box. You're not allowed to be in the box when before the kick is taken. It's an awful penalty, you know. It's flipping awful. It's an awful penalty by Lewandowski. It's like he's never struck a ball. So, because of encroachment, they're going to take it again. That is the worst penalty taker. Keeper was off the line. That penalty, it's going to get retaken. What was that penalty? I don't know, but this time he gets just hit it. Just put your flipping laces behind it. So, the keeper was off the line. We had players coming into the box. It was all a barrel of laughs. So, he's going to take it again. Here we go. Lewandowski. Second attempt. He's going to blast it this time. No. Puts it the other side. And this time he scores. This time he scores. Lewandowski scores. He goes a different direction this time. Right, Lewandowski. Lewandowski in the 98th minute. Boom. He scored, but I can't believe he stuttered. I thought he was just going to rifle it, you know. I mean, he did send... I think probably what happened is last time he ran up and he saw that Hugo Lloris went early. So he probably thought to himself, well, I'll run up again this time. Hugo Lloris will go early and I'll know which side to go, kind of a thing, you know. Lewandowski having a word with Kylian. So those two great strikers just exchanging a few words. Kylian Mbappe and Lewandowski, and that is it. The game has ended. All the players are congratulating each other. The game has concluded. Full time. It is 3-1 to France. 3-1 to France. Easy work, weren't it, really? Easy work. So there we go. That is the end. I'm going to go and grab a coffee. I'm going to fix the sound because I had no commentary whatsoever for that game, which is fine, but it's always interesting if there's little bits that get mentioned. So I'm going to fix the sound, have a coffee. We will be back in about 5 minutes' time. 5 minutes' time. We will be back with England versus Senegal. Oh, my God.